Poof. So, who's ready to tell what happened last time?
Oof, last time. Like I
This
said
one
before,
time at band camp,
I don't think that, Lonnie. Speak of the fucking devil.
Yeah. Did you lose?
No. They actually surrendered.
I don't believe you.
Fuck them so hard.
Look, every time we say he needs to throw, he wins somehow.
Mm.
So we need,
Time.
we need to do the opposite. We need to discourage him.
Yeah, just win fast, dude.
Yeah. Then he will lose because we're
No, I won't.
encouraging him.
I won't lose. I'm too good.
hey
Until the one-
guys, we're live.
I know.
So, who wants to describe what happened last time?
I got a memory for chicken, so no thank you. Oh,
We
gold.
fought a refrigerator.
Yeah, we
It's the
fought the.
time before previous.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I do remember that.
Oh yeah, right. Last time. I was shit faced. I don't remember.
Of course you are, fucking Freeman.
I was. I'm not shit faced. No.
You sure about that?
Yep.
But isn't that what you said last time?
Yeah.
I said I wasn't shit faced yet last time.
Yeah, but then you're shit faced.
Yeah, and then I got shit faced. I was working my way up to get shit faced.
Oh dear God, Freeman.
I mean, if you guys want, I can go get a bottle of wine because I won a bottle of wine today at work.
Oh, he won a bottle of wine. Dear God, no.
Yes.
Please have mercy on us.
No, hey, no, we only drink the more cultural drinks. Yes.
The
Port,
cultural stuff, yes.
port and red wine. Yes, yes.
Isn't that
Uh,
France or some shit that drinks the cultural stuff?
Let's
I have no
stay on the
fucking idea.
focus. Let's stay on focus. We're totally unfocused.
Yeah, so last time, you guys found out stuff about the fridge, and you
Right.
found out stuff about what's happening to Martha.
Yes,
And had
that
to
she.
fight Martha momentarily.
Ah, yes.
We went-
Now I recall. Now I recall. We fought Martha. We discovered she had, well, the character Lonnie's playing
Martha.
is is possessing another person that is not Martha, because that was acting as Martha from a universe like in hers. So Martha is technically possessing a body that is trying to get her out and is, well, trying to kill herself to get Martha out, but then would also kill her. It gets all very complicated and very much spaghetti soup.
Yep. That's the pretty much issue. Well, we did go a couple of times to the guy in the video evidence room, though. He's amazing, by the way.
Okay.
Oh yes, he was dying. We saved him.
So where did we leave off?
I think Preben needing to be stitched up. What I remembered, like badly.
Yeah, that's right. You
Oh
were
yeah, right. I almost died again.
Yeah, you were so shit faced.
You're right. I almost died again. That's right. So I'm on my way to see the cute nurses.
Yeah, those are the
Oh,
things
yes.
that you guys remember, but
We were
Martha
looking for a
and-
redhead for him.
I didn't roll for that yet. So, yeah, Shaggy and Martha went on for a little bit longer, and we ended the day. So,
So they would get for Martha a whole prison thingy.
Yes,
Like-
she is actually able to walk out because she
Well.
is chained.
Yeah. Certain
Woohoo!
certain times you need to have precautions for dangerous things.
And she found out some stuff about the healer dude that was trying to heal her and stuff like that. Shaggy, he knows what happened to Preben because Preben was unconscious. And
Someone
Geo,
touched me in a bad spot.
yes, everyone touched Preben in the bad spot.
I like when people touch me in the bad spot.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you fucking don't. And I didn't touch you in the bad spot. I just literally nudged you over into a chair.
So for
Can I
Geo's
walk if you touch
sake,
him in the bad spot?
I was going to say, for Geo's sake, you helped them with the operation, and after the operation, you fell unconscious because you were exhausted.
Of
So-
course. That's very fair. I mean, lots of blood, lots of work. I mean, I've operated on 3 different people by now.
Well, a lot of the fun was taken out of it when a healer just walked in the room and touched him, and then he was better, but not perfectly fine.
Still need care.
And what was wrong with him was the burning sensation in his veins, was his veins all being opened in such a way
Oh shit,
that
honey, that's
they're-
chlamydia right there. That's chlamydia.
Oh, no, wasn't that what was that other thing called? Other disease we have to deal with, like before Corona?
Gonorrhea.
Chlamydia 2.
Ebola.
Ebola.
Yeah,
That's the
but
one.
basically all his,
Ebola
veins,
la 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 la.
all his veins were open and not closed, so they had to do surgery on him to literally repair his veins.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh.
So
Did I
you're
turn blue?
literally
Did I become Papa Smurf? All over since all my veins were open?
For a
you
moment,
became
yes.
Papa. Yes, you're on the edge of becoming Papa Smurf, but I fixed you up.
Fuck yeah.
Because if you became Papa Smurf, you would not be alive.
So, it is the next day. Everybody, well, Preben is in the medical ward. Geo, I assume, passed out in the medical ward. The medical floor, or the hospital floor, I should say.
At least I got a bet. Haha.
Damn bet they would put me in a bed after they just drop. I dropped from
You've
exhaustion.
never been to a hospital, have you? People just sleep everywhere. So, especially the doctors.
Well,
a lot of
correction. I've
times
never
when
been.
they're on a 12-hour shift and they have to be there the next day for another 12-hour shift, they'll just sleep in the break room.
Correction. I've never been into hospital in America.
Sure, it may be different there.
When you're doing a 24-hour shift, you sleep where you can.
Yeah.
Either way, so Shaggy and Martha are both in their sleeping quarters, which Shaggy's is off-site. So, if you guys want to get in contact with him, you literally have to call him off-site. But he spent the rest of the night playing video games, so he's good.
Of course.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he watched
no
the
worry on
surgery,
that.
and then after the surgery, he played a few hours of video games before passing out.
Yeah, no. Because he doesn't have to do the life-saving stuff. Jokes.
Either
Well,
way,
well,
so what do you
Martha.
guys want to do?
Are there any cute nurses where I'm at? Or am I still unconscious?
Of course, this is the one target.
Okay. I need to open
Don't tell me that if you actually become unconscious and end up in the hospital, the first thing you're gonna look at is your personal nurse cute as fuck.
That's what you would do.
No,
What I
he's
would-
not wrong.
what-
I check to see if my nurses are hot.
What I would do when I wake up in hospital without knowing it, I would be like, what the fuck happened to me?
Yeah, but I would ask the cute nurse.
Sure, why not?
The answer to your question is there are no redheads.
Yeah, but that wasn't my question.
That was your first question. Yes, it was.
My question: are there any cute nurses?
Yeah. To be honest, it was your first question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, the cutest one you see is a 3.
Babushka.
A 3 by a 3 by his standards, right? Because I mean, a 3 by his standards could be like a 6 by mine, right?
Potentially, yes. But I would have to roll for that. But you're
No
not
roll
even
necessary.
there, so... Because if Lonnie remembers, you went back to your apartment in chains, and Wilhelm had a conversation with you before you went to sleep. If you remember the big long conversation about why the organization is the way it is. So,
Was that when my phone was messing up?
no. You actually asked him some pretty clear questions, and he gave you some pretty clear answers.
Okay, thank you.
If you don't remember what those are, then that's on you. So, yeah. Preben, I have answered your question.
Yes. But not to my satisfaction.
You don't always get satisfaction. This you must learn.
Young Padawan.
Young Padawan.
Sorry, the joke was too easy.
Yeah, well, I guess I can't do much anyways because I'm confined in my bed currently.
Actually,
Yes, because you've been.
you are considered healed.
Oh,
So you can do
Oh,
whatever you wish.
what time is it?
It is currently because you
Adventure
guys spent,
time?
Because you guys spent a lot of time during the day.
Adventure time.
You spent a lot of time during the day doing stuff, so it is actually like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Guess it's time to get my breakfast beer then.
There's also a person on the floor.
We're sleeping on the
that's
floor
where
right,
you
right
decided
next
to
to me.
sleep.
Okay. So I wake up and I can see Gio just passed out on the floor.
No nurses have done anything to him.
Hmm.
Or at least they haven't moved him. He's just still on the floor. They may have like walked over to him to see if he was still had a pulse.
Alive.
Yeah. But he is otherwise just unmoved.
You know,
Hey.
check the port apart first.
Gio? Are
Ah.
you alive, man? I kind of just poke him.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, you are alive.
He turned into Wario. Wow.
I said what?
Wow.
Wah! Wah!
What do you want? It's too early.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, it's not.
You were about to say yes, so fuck you.
Dude, the cantina's open, which means they serve beer. Let's go get beer.
What? 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 Oh, God, this explains so much about you.
Yeah, you literally know that this is part of the reason why he was so affected last night before the surgery.
This is why we nearly couldn't use any anesthetic on you.
I make my own.
No, you're pretty much immune to the stuff.
Probably. So you want to go grab a beer?
You? Yes. Me? No.
Yeah, then let's go.
Fine. Of course, having got off the floor, going after him.
So
We're sleeping on the floor, man.
I might have passed out after saving your life again.
Well, to be fair, I've saved yours a couple of times too, just not in the science-y, medical-y, wibbly-wobbly way.
Those are lies. I
No, they're
think.
not.
You know, I'm one of the persons you don't need to protect, right?
I know.
So let's just get breakfast.
Yeah, bear.
you walk onto the elevator.
Yes, we walk onto the elevator.
All right,
Yes.
what is everybody else doing?
To
Being in my room.
You can't move.
If you choose to wake up, because you can choose to sleep in if you so wish, but if you choose to wake up, you are still in chains, Martha. Your neck
Ooh,
now
kinky.
has a crick in it, and your arms and legs were kind of bound as well.
But you're free to move.
That's why I'm still in my room. I will page somebody so I can get breakfast.
Okay.
Ah, yes. The most important person in the world requires my assistance.
Okay, so Shaggy,
yeah.
you wake up the last of everybody because, of course, that's fitting. You spent all night playing video games. So, and half the morning playing video games. So, yeah, it's one of those. So, you
One of those people.
you wake up. You can choose whether or not you made it to the bed before falling asleep.
I'll roll for it.
What's the DC to making it to the bed?
It's like 10.
Ooh.
I'm just going 20 first. Yeah, I made it. 13.
Okay. So you wake up in your bed.
Did I oversleep?
Of course. By the
Shit.
time you wake up, it's like 11. So 4 hours after those guys woke up.
I will quickly take on my stuff and I will grab like whatever looks good in the fridge and I'll hurry on my way.
I see. The thing that doesn't greet you the first thing as you open the door.
What?
Jokes.
Well, if he were to eat
Yikes.
the first piece of food he saw, it would probably be a bag of Doritos sitting next to his bed. But
Doritos.
he decided to go to the fridge, so he actually gets something decent. You have a flashback to yesterday with the living fridge, but then you realize this is not a living fridge, so you should be fine.
Oh god, how he says that.
This one is already plugged in, so it's fine.
This one is already high.
This one is already getting drugged down. Should be fine.
Well, hey, I'm not going to rule out supernatural things happening in your guys' living quarters.
Yeah, fair. So yeah, I
Good
complete.
thing you checked the socket before you got a snack, man.
Yeah, he did have a flashback, so he does glance at the socket. It is plugged in.
Mhm. So yeah, I grab the snack and completely forget to shower and go on my way.
Oh.
Seems fitting. Alright. So we'll see if anybody wants to do anything before 11 o'clock. Or 11:30, which is when he would arrive. Martha just getting breakfast.
Basically, feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
attempting to
Feed
get the
me.
attempting to get the kink out of your neck. Basically.
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
Can I
Wasn't the
call
most
for
comfortable
somebody to
sleep.
come rub my neck?
You could get somebody, but whether or not they're willing is depending on what you wish to roll.
Martha motherfucking Stewart. Bitches better bow down. But seriously, folks. Yeah,
Oops.
cool. Someone come and rub me. Get the neck pain out.
Okay. So, do you wish to pay, be convincing, or mind control someone?
Okay, Martha's got billions. Pay.
Okay.
Or have your most adoring fan help you out.
Alright. Are you willing to get the good stuff? Just a regular massage? Or somebody who is of questionable origin?
Parties with Snoop Dogg. She don't skimp.
Which one of those have the happy ending in it?
That would have to be the shady one.
Yeah, exactly.
Not down for the shadiness. Martha don't need that. Martha's a strong, independent woman. She don't need no hand rubs.
Alright. Well, then if it's the good one, 300 bucks. Remove from your
Done.
inventory.
Done skis.
How much money do you even have in your inventory?
More than your life.
Probably. I have like $184 to my name.
Because he keeps spending it is the issue.
Well, I keep trying to steal beer, but you're not making it easy for me, man.
They haven't charged you yet for the ones that you've already stolen.
Yeah.
So,
Which, for me, that's a victory.
but you do know that usually the bills for that sort of thing come out at the end of the week.
No. I haven't noticed me yet. I won't see that.
Okay.
All of a sudden, like, yes, no, I'm not complaining anymore.
Because a lot of these things do work like a hotel. You don't have to pay immediately, but if you pay immediately, you don't have to pay later. So, and sometimes they'll put interest if you take too long to pay. So, yep. Anything that anyone else wants to do?
I would be checking up on how the research going, how well all the projects that I have set in are going.
All right. They're still waiting for you to do an okay on some possible human experiments. But other than that, they aren't making much progress.
And okay, on what kind of human experiments are we talking about?
If you remember, you grabbed a thing from a lump on someone's forehead that looked mechanical, which you got
Ah, yes.
computer information from, and you haven't put it in somebody to see what happens.
Oh, time to get that to work then.
Yeah, so they were basically waiting for the okay to see if one of their myriad prisoners that they have access to, if you were willing to implant them. Last time they got word from you, you said that you didn't want to do that, at least not yet. So, they're waiting on your
Yep.
word. Otherwise, they're still
Yeah.
examining some of the code. But unfortunately, as I've said before, the code is written in a language that seems to be paranatural in nature and refuses to be decoded.
Continuous setting. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're running out of options. So yeah, we're out of options, so to say.
So you can see what happens because the device, they've examined the device a little bit, and you have as well. There's no signals coming from the device currently. But when you examine the device, all that you got was that it appeared to be kind of like a computer chip with code on it. But it was implanted in someone's forehead.
So this time we're just trying to see, well, forehead would be the most obvious place, but I want to see, would it just be like palm of the hand possible?
Okay, you can attempt to do that. I'll get you to roll. Sure, why not? This is what you do. 3d20.
16.
Okay, with a 16, here's what you get. You put it in his hand, in this prisoner's hand. He's got like dreadlocks and a crazy unkempt beard that like goes forward from his face rather than down at all. Yeah, he's wearing a orange jumpsuit which has his prisoner number on it. And he just stares at you. He doesn't speak. He just stares at you the entire time you're doing anything with him. So, and in all the experiment papers, he is referred to by his prisoner number and not his actual name. So, you don't know this guy's name, it's just a series of numbers.
That's
So,
a D class.
basically.
Yeah.
Basically. So, you put it in the back of the palm of his hand. The only time he vocalizes at all is when you try to do anything to him, he screams at you. So, like, not in pain, just loud screaming. So,
After or before it's implanted?
as soon as you try to touch him in any way, he screams at you.
Ah, so before.
But as soon as
So, yeah.
as soon as you stop touching him and it's implanted, he stops.
Yeah, I just look like the person that have worked with this guy before. I guess I don't know. Just ask them, does he do that often?
You just look at the person who brought him in, and he says, I don't know. They just brought him in today.
Ah, okay.
Maybe it's just autistic. Doesn't like to be touched.
Well, thank you.
Like he leans forward and like screams in your face as much as he can. Like he's restrained and he's like tied to the chair that he's in, but he tries to get as close to you as possible when he screams at you.
Okay.
So, you put it in his hand. At least at first, nothing seems to happen. How long do you wish to wait?
Give it 10 minutes first.
Okay. You give it 10 minutes. You do notice something change. His skin begins to look infected where you put the implant.
Yeah, so if I have a clipboard, I will note that down.
Similar to
Like-
the guy that you took it from. His forehead had
Mhm.
this huge pustule in the middle of it. And when you cut it open, there was the thing inside.
Yeah, so I routed down what happens after after time of implantation.
Yeah, so it took about 3 minutes for you to begin to see signs of infection, and it very quickly progresses. And at 10 minutes, he has like maybe a 1 or 2 centimeter bump that has developed on his hand. He looks at it, but he doesn't seem to care, just as long as you're not touching it.
Until well, another 10 minutes or until something interesting, let's say, happens.
Okay, you do another 10 minutes. Begins to look similarly infected to what it did on the guy that attacked the did the attack in the cafeteria. Seems like that cafeteria is pretty a hot spot for danger.
Apparently so, yes.
But it does look very similar. And it does stop once it reaches about the same size as it did on the other guy.
Of course, note it down.
Alright. Do you wish to wait until something else happens?
I give it 30-minute mark or until something else happens. I don't know if that happens at the 30-minute mark.
Alright. At the exact 30-minute mark, your prisoner falls asleep. It seems like he tried to resist it, but he falls asleep.
Try and wake him without touching.
You try waking him using various methods. He does not. Like, you clap in front of his ears, you just yell at him, you even get desperate and try to, like, poke him with a long metal implement. When you're interacting with dangerous things, you use this long metal implement to poke it. He doesn't
Science.
stir.
Science, poking things with a long metal implement.
Yes.
Sometimes,
Because we don't know what it does.
sometimes that is your best option.
The primitive option. Poke
Especially
it.
if you suspect it's a living thing and you don't want it to bite you immediately.
Hmm.
So, he does not stir after these multiple methods.
Using the long metal implement and nudge the bulge on his hand to see what happens.
Very much like a large pimple, as soon as you poke it, a bunch of pus just leaks out of it down his arm.
Okay, not touching that.
And as soon as
Only
you
for-
leave it for a few minutes, it begins to almost repair itself back to the same sized pustule.
Write that finding out. Write down that finding.
Alright, you write that down.
The difference between just fooling around and science is writing it down. That was actually no joke.
Actually, that's pretty true.
Mm.
It's slightly
Science is
accurate.
discovering new things, and well, I discovered a new thing.
Also, letting others check your findings. That's another hallmark of science.
Yeah, and I got an eyewitness as well. Guard. Not gonna be alone in this thing. Hell no.
Yeah, that's fine. So you wait till about 40 minutes and the pustule seems to have regained its former integrity.
Subject still asleep.
Yep. They even like have a heart monitor attached to him and stuff like that. And he appears to be still alive. His heartbeat has slowed
Okay,
slightly,
give it.
but that happens when you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Give it till an hour.
Okay. You wait until the hour?
The hour mark.
As soon as the hour mark hits, like the exact second after implantation, he begins to stir.
Just keep an eye on it to see what the hell it's doing.
He just gets up. He wakes up. He looks at you and he goes,
Ooh.
and he just stares at you. For now.
Just write down on the clipboard. Contact question mark.
Alright. The guard eyes him suspiciously and he goes, "That dude hasn't said anything since he arrived.
Know that.
Not even laughing like that."
That's why I put on contact with a question mark. So who am I speaking to? Not to the guard, but to the guy in front.
He goes, "Well, we meet again."
Again. Ah. So, what do I call you?
You won't call me anything. You will submit.
Well, then I will call you just Mr. Chip. How about that?
He just eyes you. Fine. Want to play these games? Let me go. See how good you are on a level playing.
I don't think I will.
Alright. He just sort of sits there. He has a completely different stature to what he had before. The guy was just sort of sitting there straight up. This guy seems calm, cool, collected, very charismatic, if you will.
So, tell me, Mr. Chip,
He
why?
doesn't seem to respond to the name, but he is still in the room, so he's listening to you.
Why should I submit? Or any of us, for that matter.
All food will submit to the
Hmm.
hunger.
Oh, and this hunger you speak of. I, of course, scribbled all down.
Mhm.
What is this hunger?
Hunger is what we're about. It's what we strive for. To satiate the hunger.
If you just want some normal food, I can provide that, but since you're just a little chip, in fact,
He just looks at you and goes, "This food you refer to is only a small percentage of all that will feed the hunger."
just as much. Your, well, this chip wasn't completely metal and plastic, so to say.
Oh, yes, it is. You just haven't learned its science.
Sure, with the flashy bits on it, sure.
He just stares at you, knowing that you're at a complete disadvantage to him. At
Mhm.
least that's what he thinks.
Of course, I could just let you sit there for a while, cut this conversation short, and come back until you feel more talkative.
Don't worry. I'll be free before we talk again.
Free from your current host? Yes. Free from going anywhere? No.
Well, then you'll have to be smart about it, won't you?
Well, I could just, cut open that pustule right now, remove the chip, and lock that up.
Sure. But when
Or we
you choose to do so may be too late.
perhaps I should start right now then.
Perhaps your hunger for knowledge will be your downfall.
I just write down experiment terminated due to risk,
Okay,
removing the chip.
alright. You hear a mechanical, almost robotic scream emanate from his throat. He falls unconscious, and you remove the chip, which is what I assume you were trying to do.
Yes.
Okay, done.
Well, I don't have clearance to decide if these experiments should go on, so I'm going to throw that at higher ups to decide.
Alright, I'll take him back to his cell.
Do give him first a medical checkup first. Don't want to have anything lingering.
Oh, don't worry. Before any additional experiments can be done, we need to make sure he is in proper condition.
I'll just make sure that one is done now, cause pustules that do spread through the body, yeah, that's not a good sign.
As he's about to approach him, he wakes back up. He resumes his previous posture and just stares at you.
Yeah, they put the chip in the box and just carry it away with the clipboard and the notes.
Alright? As soon as the guard tries to move him anywhere, he starts screaming.
Just sigh like, yeah, that was expected.
So, that is the end of that. We will say that at that point it is now 11 o'clock for your character. So, does anybody else want to do anything? Unfortunately, Shaggy spent his time gaming. And then sleeping.
I'll be switching machines.
Okay.
Is the massage completed, or do I need to I don't know.
Sure. Depends on how long you want it to be.
Oh shoot! I mean, can we do this almost all day?
At least until 11 o'clock or 11:30.
Awesome.
So, do you wish that?
Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I wasn't more clear about it. Yes, 100%.
Okay. So that continues. So, Reben.
Guess I'll just get my pitcher of beer and walk down to the shooting gallery, maybe. Don't have anything else to do
All
for
right.
the time being.
You head down to the target practice range. It's on a different floor than the most of the training areas are, but yes, you can still go there. What do you wish to do there? Just practice shooting?
Yeah.
Alright. Shooting practice happens. 11:30 comes. Shaggy walks into the building. And
Before I do anything, Preben,
Yeah.
do you remember what happened last time? What I did?
No.
Good. I'm gonna eat your pizza. And
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
know
right.
about it.
Oh yeah, right. You piece of shit.
Yeah, and you don't know about it now.
Yeah, I was
You-
probably too drunk. I forgot.
Exactly. And you're playing your character, so
Mm.
can't meta game.
Yep.
My pizza now.
Alright. As he
And
heads
for-
to the break room to eat an entire pizza.
And for extra RP, I have pizza.
Fucking bastard.
So, so the next thing that's going to happen is Wilhelm is going to contact Martha. So Martha,
Martha.
while you're in the middle of your massage, since you got the expensive one of the masseuses hears the phone ringing in a different room and says, "Ma'am, if you would, your phone is ringing. Would you like me to answer it?"
I'll let it ring.
Alright. The phone continues to ring. And it eventually gets to the answering machine. And the masseuse walks out of the room. You continue your massage. The second masseuse comes in 2 or 3 minutes later. There is someone who wishes to speak to you. He is filling up your entire answering machine.
Very well. Bring me the phone.
Alright. Classic corded phone that comes from the wall is led into this room. Hello, this is Dr. Wilhelm. I thought that maybe something had happened to you, and you could not
No,
answer.
nothing. No, nothing happened to me, Wilhelm. I'm just playing. Nothing happened, Wilhelm. Willy boy.
Alright. I hope you do remember our conversation from last night.
I'm just relaxing. Can I finish my massage before the end of the world happens
Again.
again?
He goes, "Well, if you so wish. But I was hoping that you had time to contact your allies and had news on when we could go ahead with the plan."
You're right. I'm just tired. It's been a long couple of days.
Yes, you and your team have been more productive than some teams have been in a year. However, if you wish to be a part of this operation, you will have to do so quickly.
You're right. I'll convey your thoughts and feelings to the team.
Okay then. I will patiently await your answer. And he
Yes,
hangs up.
you Wilhelm.
Pun definitely intended.
He hangs up.
Okay.
The masseuse just looks at you. Is our time finished, or...
No, go ahead and finish.
Alright, they continue. So, we'll say, how long do you wish to, continue your massage? Because they will go indefinitely.
Oh snap. How long has it been going on right now? Like an hour, right?
About 2. You had breakfast and then you called masseuses up to your room.
Okay, let's make it 2, and then I will finish up what I need to finish up.
Alright? They complete their, like, third run through of, no, fifth run through of every massaging, everything that you wanted massaged. And
Fantastic.
they leave. Taking their
Fantastic.
masseuse table with them.
All right.
So, what would you wish to do?
I call the Avengers to assemble.
Alright? You call the person who can direct you to wherever the people are. And so, Preben,
Yes.
someone puts a target in the middle of the shooting range saying, "There's a phone call for you."
Can I shoot the target?
You can shoot the target, yeah.
I'll shoot the target.
Alright, you shoot the target. Do you turn around?
Yeah.
Because people know it's dangerous to tap people on the shoulder when they're firing a live weapon.
Guess I'll just empty my clip into that one thing that says there's a phone call for you.
Alright?
So I'll just empty my clip and then I'll turn around and take off my. What?
He just hands you a cordless phone.
Awesome. I pick up the cordless phone. Then I
Alright?
say, hello.
It is Martha on the other line. What does Martha wish to say?
Avengers assemble.
I just hand back the guys where. I'm gonna ask where. When.
Well, I'm kind of trapped, so my quarters.
Okay.
Now,
Eva? Okay, so I'll just hand the guy who gave me the phone back and I'll just say, I have been summoned. And then I'll just walk away.
He just takes the cordless phone back from you and just stands there for a second and then goes back on his day. Alright. I would do Geo next, but he's not here. So, Shaggy. You hear the phone ring in the break room where you are currently eating Preben's
My
pizza.
pizza.
Well, is it only me there?
You are currently the only one in the room.
All right. I look if there is. It is meant for me to answer.
You look around. There's nobody else approaching the phone after like 5 rings.
All right. I'll inspect the phone.
The phone appears to be a normal corded phone that is hung up on the wall.
Does it explode when I hear it? When I put it to my ear.
Do you pick it up?
I would like to check for traps first.
Okay, you examine it.
I've seen
Wow.
this before. Do I get to use my observant here?
Yes.
That's
I
on
think
that
my
20.
I think my headphones are dying, so that's why you guys are cutting out. So, give me a second. I'll change the battery to see if that helps. So, what did you roll?
Not 20.
Okay. It
There
appears
is
to be
multiple
a
traps.
normal, natural foe. You don't see
All
any
right.
indications of paranatural activity.
I'll pick it up and I'll say, "Oh, yeah."
Alright. So,
But I'm crunchy pizza.
crunchy pizza.
Yeah,
Perfect.
well, it's old, so you did buy it the day before.
Well,
Still pizza.
depends on how you warm it up and things of that nature, but either way. So it's Martha on the other end of the line.
I don't know that.
What do you wish to
Avengers.
say, Martha?
Avengers, assemble.
Do I recognize that it's her?
Yes. Either
Do I know
someone
who
is
the-
good at mimicking her or it is her.
Do I know if the Avengers are in the building?
You think that the Avengers are a comic book and nothing else. However, you do know of alternate dimensions, so anything is possible.
Alright, I'll say, not a part of the Avengers then. Wrong number. And I hang up.
Girl, what?
That was the best RP of all time.
Mhm.
So, what does
Girl,
Shaggy do?
what?
Does he go there?
I finish my pizza and I'll go meet with the others.
Okay, so he meets up with you guys approximately 10 minutes after everybody else has already arrived.
Well, what are you guys doing here? So,
Yeah, he thought it was the Avengers.
Hey, Tiny.
so have you guys heard of Avengers from this building? First time I've heard of it.
That's us. It's an analogy for fun. A joke between
Oh.
friends.
Well,
Have you seen that in a video game before?
what? What did you say?
Have you seen that in a video game before? A joke among friends?
Sure.
Well,
I
exactly.
suppose.
So it's just like that. Because we're friends now.
The most famous one that you can recall is the very, very memeable fake laugh from Final Fantasy X. That is a joke
Alright.
between friends.
Laughing. Yes.
Well, the joke was that you're supposed to force yourself to laugh to make yourself happy, and it
Mhm.
is very cringy, and then they start
Mhm.
laughing at themselves. Because there's actually context for that fake laugh. Everybody just thinks that it's just the fake laugh, but there's context to it in the game. But yes,
So,
it is actually an inside joke within the universe of the game. So
yeah, I haven't played a game, so I
yeah,
don't know.
that's fine.
But Shaggy has.
Of course he has.
You've probably seen the meme though of the
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one.
So, what are we assembling for?
You're probably all wondering why I've gathered you here today.
That's what I asked.
So Matt, I fill them in.
Okay. So, to save her some roleplay if she wishes to have that saved.
Bless you, sir. Yes.
Okay. Some exposition. Basically, what she is going to convey is that she's going to reiterate, because she's already explained this to you guys, that she, the person whose body she currently inhabits, at the very least, if not herself, there was this weird test that they had to do. Shaggy didn't have to do the test for some reason. They were standing in front of a paranatural object that gives them whatever it is they desire for the price of $1.50. So, the thing that her character most desired was somebody who would care for her unconditionally, which it gave her a picture of a person. And Wilhelm has tracked this person using facial recognition technology, which isn't 100% legal, just to make sure that she was safe. And he found this person. Multiples of them existing at once in different locations. However, what it appears that this person does is they attack police officers that appear to be harassing people. Especially very racist ones. So, what the plan is to lure this person out again to see if they can capture said individual. If capturing said individual is even possible. So, Wilhelm has a plan. He hasn't disclosed all of the details to Martha yet, but Wilhelm has a plan, and he wants you guys in on it.
So we're getting in on the ground floor.
All right, cool.
From Martha's understanding, Wilhelm is going to discuss the plan, and if you guys have any ideas, you can bring them up. So, do you guys wish to summon Wilhelm or go to where Wilhelm is?
Sure.
Because Martha can leave her apartment. She's just slightly slower than what she was before due to the encumbrance, if you will.
Physically, not mentally.
Yes.
Ah,
Mm.
you sure?
Mostly.
I'll let her play her character.
I want to be a fireman.
Okay.
Jesus.
So, where do you wish to go? Do you wish to go to Wilhelm or summon Wilhelm?
Summoning Wilhelm, I think, would just be easier, right?
Potentially, yeah. You don't necessarily know the answer to that question.
Let's summon the helm.
Alright. You dial on the phone. You ask for Wilhelm. You are patched through. Wilhelm is on the other end of the line. Yes.
Wilhelm.
What is it?
Avengers Assemble. We're ready.
Okay. Do you wish for me to come there, or do you wish to come to where I am? What?
Come here.
Okay. He goes, okay, that may take a few extra minutes. Just give me a moment. And you hear some shuffling in the background, and then he goes, okay, I will be there as soon as I can. And he hangs up.
Okay.
About 20 minutes later, you hear a knock at your door.
Hello.
Holler.
If I can reach the door, I open the door.
You open the door. Wilhelm isn't the only person at the door. There's 5 or 6 other dudes carrying heavy equipment into the room. Like 2 of them are carrying a computer, by the way, like a 1980s style computer.
WTF, mate?
And they start walking into your apartment.
What up, fool? Wilhelm, what's going on?
Well, I had a slideshow to show you, and the technology here is not the most state of the art in the world, so I had to bring it with me.
Okay, touche.
So one dude's carrying a projector, which he is currently setting up. 2 dudes were carrying a 1980s style computer, and a couple other dudes were carrying just really long cords.
All right.
So they just walk into the room and start setting up.
Should have gone to your place, huh?
Well, it was up to you.
Gotcha.
So, as they set up, do you have any questions before we start?
Questions?
And he's talking to the whole group, not just you.
Don't think anybody has a question.
So I guess nobody has a question. Hello?
And hello, I'm back.
Okay.
Mhm.
You haven't missed much.
Mhm.
All that you've missed is that
Um.
they got Wilhelm to bring a bunch of stuff unintentionally to Martha's apartment.
Mhm.
Pretty much all you missed. Other than the recap of the reason why Martha has gathered everybody here.
Yeah, that I don't know.
If you remember, her test in front of the vending machine where she got the picture of the dude. GF?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, they found that dude, and he's the dude who can be everywhere,
Vending machine.
if you remember.
Yes.
The dude who can be in multiple places at once.
Yeah.
So they're coming up with a plan to capture said individual.
So, do we know why he can be at multiple places at once?
Well, if they knew the answer to that, they'd already have him.
Yeah.
Probably. And Wilhelm expresses that sentiment.
So, what's your current theory, Dr. Frankenstein? I'll just look at Geo.
Hmm? My theory? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
I think he's cloning himself. It's obvious.
Right, that's why there's only still one of them.
Well,
That's-
there appears to be one of him, yet multiple.
Mhm.
Honestly, if you focus on one, there's just one, so hard to explain.
Well, we are focusing on one simply because we cannot be in multiple places at once like this man can be.
Indeed. But I doubt if they would be so very synced up that they can just say the same thing at the same time at the very same period, the same second.
Perhaps they can, but we haven't captured this individual to test that theory.
That's very true. But I'm heavily doubting we could actually contain this person.
Well, we have to try. He is unintentionally exposing the paranatural to the entire world. And if the wrong people find out this information, then we may have another few wars like we have had in history.
Oh, I think it's a tiny bit late for that already.
Perhaps, but if we can get our HR department in order and capture this individual and remove him from the public eye, we can just say it was a stunt from a media company to attract attention to some sort of new product or something like this.
I don't mean that. I mean the fridge showing up, that chip.
Oh, these
Oh,
are other issues that I am aware of, but I am unable to discern if they are related.
that's very true.
They may very well be entirely unrelated.
Indeed.
Or perhaps as related as anything can be to anything else. Such as they exist on this planet. However, it appears that they have the slide projector set up and an acceptable wall we can do the presentation on. Would you like
Of
to
course.
hear my potential idea for capturing this individual?
Of course, if the rest is also okay with, well, listening.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then let's. So I start trying to find a suitable wall that I don't need to, well,
No, they
move
already
like.
found it. They already found it.
Yeah, okay.
They just cleared some of the art deco that she had on the wall, just for the moment. So that way they could use the blank wall to project the projector upon. So, everybody watches the wall. He shows a few different pictures, each of which are possible locations where you guys could hole up and try to enact the plan of attracting this individual. First, we have what's the name of that place? We have Queens, which is very nearby due to it being in New York. We have a few other potential sites, such as Harlow. We could go to Harlow. Many of the places that we have marked are highly dense populations of African Americans, which this individual seems to be attracted to those who abuse their power against these individuals. So, we have a few highly populated areas within the New York area that we could use to attract this individual. So, he changes the slide to a different slide entirely. He just shows a picture of a police officer, basically. He says, although you will be disguised as New York, the men in blue for New York. At least this is the plan that I have concocted, and it worked last time, so I don't see why it wouldn't work again. So, you disguise yourself as police officers. We have the appropriate gear. You can be SWAT, you can be just regular patrolman. This is up to you. However,
Don't think. Yeah, cool.
what we were going to need is a few people who are willing to go a little bit too far. We had a few people do this about a week ago, and it did not turn out well. One of our agents has been killed as a result of attempting to put this in action. The one
Going
who
too
was willing
far.
to go too far. The others that were present were spared. Fortunately for them, because it seems as though we had no power against him. We could not stop him. As soon as someone lined up a shot, suddenly he was there and was able to stop them. So, what we want this time is to change what we did last time in a sufficient enough way to protect you or the other team, depending on who wishes to do the abusing of the power. So, last time, I will show you our setup. He shows you a street, and they appear to have done an operation within an apartment building that was known to house drug dealers, and they made it appear to be that they were just going to do a drug bust, and he shows you the different positions. They had dudes who entered the premises directly, and they had 3 snipers on the opposing building that were to just watch over, just to make sure nobody got away, and try to incapacitate the guy. He goes, we had snipers here, here, and here, and we also had a team of SWAT units, or at least that's what they appeared to be, enter the building. The one who did the abusing was one of the SWAT units that entered the building. He was using brutality of the police variety, just going a little bit too far. As soon as this happened, he appeared here, and he points towards where the drug dealer's place is supposed to be. And he was standing next to the window to make sure that the snipers had a shot in case he showed up. What happened next still mystifies us till now. Hopefully you can discover our way around this. What happened was, and he clicks the thing, and a kind of pixelated video, not very well rendered video, appears on screen. And you can see that it appears to be camera footage that was caught from one of the sniper's scopes. The sniper, as soon as it saw that something happened, it couldn't do anything already. The guy neck was snapped immediately at the base of his neck, and he flew past the window. And then, as soon as the sniper tried to get a clear view of where the assailant was, suddenly the assailant was standing next to him as he turned around, and the scope points in the direction. There's a dude next to him, and they get in a scuffle, and he gets thrown back, and then he disappears. The individual disappeared after this. We don't know where he went, but no camera has caught how he managed to move this quickly, nor how he managed to evade other cameras on the street that we had set up previously before the operation.
So why are we bringing this guy in again?
Yeah, that's. I think also the tactic of going violent might be the reason why so hostile.
Yeah,
His
but
power-
why are we bringing this guy in? Why?
Because he is drawing very much attention to himself. Killing police officers does draw the attention of the media.
Mhm.
The media is
We-
now aware of a murderer that appears to be going around, although we have managed to intercept and put in that these murderers are perhaps part of a group of people who look very similar, but people are beginning to catch on that there's something being hidden.
So why is he
Fire-
killing police people?
Well, we just said his potential motivation is perhaps police brutality against those of non-white orientation.
So he's a racist.
No. He is protecting those who are being assaulted in a racist way.
Oh, I misheard you in that one.
He is
Okay, so I'll
protecting
say
those who are
again-
being abused by power.
So there's nothing more important for us to, So is this a recruiting mission or?
Well,
Perhaps.
if you can manage to bring him in and become loyal to our cause, then yes. But he needs to be taken off the street. He cannot brazenly murder cops in front of cameras, in front of pedestrians, those who can witness the event. This is too brazen. He doesn't care. As long as he prevents those who he deems innocent from being attacked, this is what we theorize his motivation is. He does not care if he gets caught.
So why don't we just make a ruse and have a sit down and talk to the guy? Be fun. I'll even bring Bear. Maybe he likes bear.
We can
Okay,
try
so
this. However,
Maybe the
if
best
he-
opportunity. What?
However, the only way we've appeared to have been able to draw him out is by getting an incident which would draw his attention, such as police brutality.
Yeah, well, and the guy's MO is obviously police brutality or whatever. So, do we know what area he might be in right now? What city?
This is a very hard question, especially because at one point we managed to spot him simultaneously, at least according to the camera footage, in California and Florida.
Yeah, so we'll start in one of those towns then. So we
Well,
just basically make
we
a.
could do this.
What?
We could go to one of his previously visited locations, but then we have very little control if things go out of hand. Whereas if we do it in the city of New York, many of our agents are here, and if things go south, we could potentially get one of our stealth units in on the scene before other emergency response units arrive.
Yeah, so here's what I propose we do. We have like some sort of safe houses or apartments in New York, right? That are already not as safe as they should be. Like last unusable safe houses is what I mean. Or maybe we just
We do not make a habit of revealing where our agents are, but
yeah, but I want a empty safe house. And I also want a bunch of our agents to dress up as cops. I want them to be outside of this particular apartment. And I want the news of New York to think that a white cop is holding his wife and children for a black hostage because he snapped. Alcoholism and sorts. Put it on the news, the guy will see it, and he'll show up in the apartment and try to snap the cop's neck. And we'll just be sitting there, drinking beer, playing some cards, and waiting for the guy to show up. But as soon as he shows up, we have a little talk.
we can try this.
I'm not saying that's what we should do, but that is my proposal. My plan to draw the guy out at least, because he can be wherever the fuck he wants, apparently.
This is. There's only one more thing on my slideshow that I wished to show you. However, our Miss Martha is very well aware. We can potentially stop him from moving around with this, as he shows you a set of shackles similar to what Martha is currently wearing. We could potentially hold him in one place. Last time we did not get the chance to shackle him before he disappeared.
But this time Martha will be there. So she can just ask him to put the cuffs on. Or
I could
Whatever.
try.
whatever mind voodoo you usually do, and I'll just look at her. Still remembering having Vietnam flashbacks to the Christmas carols.
Well, we can try this. However, I will say that we tried something similar before and it was unsuccessful.
Yeah,
However,
we might have.
we did not go to the media and broadcast this. This may work.
Yeah, well, we might have to make someone go in hiding when we try to distract them to put the shackles on.
Perhaps, but it seems as though some of your members of your group wish to do this peacefully. And if possible, we would enjoy this. However, in the past,
For me, this seems like a reasonable guy. I mean, he hates people that everybody hates. Problem is that he is basically doing the whole job like he's both jury and executioner, is it? Which I approve of, because this country's right system is flawed.
perhaps, but if he were a normal vigilante, we wouldn't even be looking into this. It is his apparent ability to be everywhere at once. You realize that within the past month, there have been 0 police brutality incidents at all within the United States at large. 0. He has stopped them all.
Which is awesome.
Perhaps from your view, but
Hmm.
what if somebody manages to harness this power and kills everybody, every leader from the free world simultaneously? This is not a good thing. This is why our organization chooses to remain neutral on who they capture.
Doesn't seem like that is this guy's MO. He just looks like a guy with a cause.
Perhaps. And
Yeah,
if you
but he
can
might
find a
get,
way to calm him down, we would appreciate it. But from the past of this organization, we have seen, well, the previous iterations of this organization have seen the rise of the Nazis. Do you think that they didn't know about these paranatural entities? They had an occult division.
Which failed, thankfully.
Due to us stopping them.
Yeah, well. So what do you guys think about my plan? Doable? Stupid?
Sounds doable.
we should probably have a backup if he doesn't comply, though.
Do we know who he
Your plan
is at
is
all?
always your plan is always
Yes, we've
crazy.
seen this guy before.
We do not know
Yeah,
his
but-
name.
Exactly.
We,
Like his name, where he's from, like
we do not know
anything.
Any of this.
okay.
We've simply ran the picture that Martha had gotten through facial recognition. And we found this before the media got a hold of it. However, the media is starting to catch on at this point.
Yeah, well, so let's do it then. Get one of our safe apartments. Get it to the news. Maybe not national, hopefully. I mean, the guy has been doing this over multiple counties, so he probably watches a lot of different news, so we don't have to, like, tell the whole world what apartment we're in. Just New York.
Perhaps,
Just
perhaps not.
make it on the TV at least.
Yes, we could try broadcasting an event to see if
Yeah.
this attracts him. However, the scientist part of me does not know if this will work. We do know this other plan has worked in the past, so
And
it
he
is
just
a risk.
and he just knows where you are once you start going too far.
Somehow, yes.
Well, there's a possibility.
Well, then there's no point in doing a event, right?
Perhaps. Your friend is very smart.
So
This
what you're
is
saying
the
is that we
new
find a black guy and we start to beat him up?
No, not just beating up. We need to go too far, but you know, we might die.
I
We
don't
have
suppose we
tried-
have any D-class personnel.
We have experimented, or at least looked into the statistics of this. And black gang violence within the United States has not gone down. However, the
But
police
I don't
brutality
like the
has.
thought of me punching some dude that's actually supposed to be having the death sentence that we have acquired, and then he just suddenly appears behind me and snaps my neck, which is why I want to try this theory first. So that as soon as he appears in the apartment, he'll just see us having a couple of brewskis waiting for him. So there's
Is-
nobody for him to save.
It is unconfirmed. I will give you that. But a lot of good developments in science have been done through trying outrageous things, so this could work. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just saying I don't know if it will.
So let's call that Plan B then.
All right. So you wish to have some people escort you as well? Do this as a team?
Gordos.
Yeah.
Just give us the apartment number, and you guys have a bunch of our people in cop uniforms outside, locking the place down,
Okay.
like with a
Okay. This is-
interrogator or whatever. The guy that calls in, and then you say, "I want some pizza, or else I'll kill all my hostages or whatever."
Negotiator.
In there, negotiator. That's the term.
All right. We do have sufficient uniforms for this purpose.
Yep. Well, I'm just saying, let's try that first. And if that doesn't work, then we bring in a D-class personnel or whatever. What do we call the D-class personnel?
They're simply just prisoners, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I'm guessing we get them from like people think they are dead, right? Because they got the death sentence, and then we have them to experiment on instead.
There are some that is the case, yes.
Yeah.
Some of them are just people that were involved in a supernatural event and they are uncooperative.
Well, in that case, I'll just keep calling them D-class.
That's fine.
Because that's simpler.
He seems to know what you're talking about when you say that.
Mhm. Yeah, so let's just try it. Could possibly go wrong. I mean, if the guy doesn't show, then we'll get a
Yes.
D-class personnel into some sort of sex dungeon, and I'll beat the fucking crap out of him.
Then,
See if the guy.
you as the ranger, you know how the situations can go wrong.
Huh. I also know how to torture people for information, which can go extremely well.
You know certain methods that do work. Your new associate, as he looks at Shaggy, is familiar with the more cloak and dagger options we have to offer.
Yeah, I could totally help you with the non-torture part, dude.
The non-torture?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
You
Are
thought
you
you were
familiar with MK
Torture.
Ultra?
Yeah.
Your new companion is much more familiar. Yeah, he knows.
So I'm
he knows of
guessing.
drug
So I'm guessing you don't
compounds
have a
that-
shit ton of LSD in that backpack of yours, do you?
Well,
No.
he knows the true experiments that happened there, not just
Mm.
LSD. So he's familiar with compounds such as truth serum.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, but the whole point is you have to go too far.
yes.
Not just inject the guy with a truth serum.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's for
he's
other
talking about
things.
after you capture the guy, if you need to get information.
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the D-class personnel
Yeah.
that we have to beat up to get him to get there. The plan B.
We can spare some as you refer to them, D-class personnel. We can
Oh.
spare some, if need be.
Oh,
Well-
well, as long as they're black, apparently, it'll work.
Well, let's just say that
Or Mexican.
we have
That's a minority.
rescued those who have been not only unjustly executed, but those who have been rightly executed within this country, and we have liberated them to this compound. So we can use them for this purpose if need be.
Yeah, so who's with me on that being plan B, and we try my plan as plan A. If you guys don't have anything better,
Let's go with that, yes. Seems like a solid enough plan. Not watertight though.
like
All right, but we should probably have something ready to restrain him if he tries something. You know?
the cops.
Yeah, but other
Well,
methods.
we do have things such as what Martha is wearing. If we can use those.
Think he will see through that easily enough.
Yes, but if he has paranatural abilities, this would be the only way of preventing him from escape.
I'm guessing we don't have anything like the Icers from Agents of Shield.
I'm not
Well-
sure what you mean by that, because I haven't
Uh,
watched the entire thing of the Agents of Shield. So.
The Icers are basically weapons that is shooting out a bullet, which is high compensated dendrotoxins that incapacitates people. They just fall unconscious as soon as you shoot them.
You do know of weapons that could do that. However, the person wielding it, if they have any supernatural abilities, due to the proximity to the ammunition, they cannot use it.
Yeah, but it will only affect me, right, if I hold a gun?
If you're holding the gun, yes, it will only disable your telepathy.
Well, Geo, you don't have any supernatural shit, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so get a handgun with that crap in it.
Similar to how they make silver bullets for werewolves, they make it out of black rock. However,
Yeah.
They don't always work as intended, especially if you're using a gun made of black rock that has black rock bullets. Because if the bullet goes all the way through the person, then it doesn't affect them anymore. So it's just the same as if they got shot and it went through.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to aim for the collarbone.
It
So
has
that's
to be
definitely gonna
embedded
help
in
the
their body or remain in contact with them.
Yeah, exactly, which is why you aim for the collarbone, which is one of the thickest bones in the body, which will definitely stop a 9mm bullet.
And it doesn't make them unable to use their powers unless if you shoot them enough times. It will
So
just basically
shoot him
it'll
many
do the
times
same
in the
thing-
collarbone.
Yeah, it does basically the same thing as if you guys get injured, it gives them an additional minus to supernatural power bonuses.
Yeah.
So before we go, I would like to order something.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so what would you guys like to order?
You go first, first people.
I just want a backpack with a bunch of shit in it.
Well, what's the stuff that you want in it?
I'm gonna send you it now because I've written it all down.
Well,
There you
If
go,
all you
buddy.
wanted is a backpack, I could easily give you that, but
Oh, backpack with all that shit in it.
and since you're in base, you won't have to wait long to get it, as long as they have it.
You have my list. It's pretty basic stuff. It's not anything. Yeah, it's pretty fucking basic.
Aqua tabs, I assume those are pills to help quench thirst.
No, they're tablets you use in when you filter all the dirt out of water, and
Oh,
then
okay.
and instead of cooking it, you can just pop one of these tablets in 1 liter of water and waiting an hour or something, and it'll purify it so you can
Yeah.
drink it safely.
Yeah, so
That's
like
Aqua
kills
tabs. So
bacteria
that
and stuff like that.
yeah, that's 1 box of Aquatabs. I just searched it up. It has 50 tablets, so that's like a lot of liters of water. It's
Indeed.
basically just a survival pack in case
What
we.
is paracordage?
Paracordage, that is the same kind of cordage they use in parachutes. Extremely thin and
Oh, I
extremely
see.
strong.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So it's like a twine sort of thing, except stronger.
Yeah, it's super strong and it's super thin, so you can have like 50 meters and it'll only take like this big of a space.
Almost
can
like
use
those
it to-
diamond wires that they have in movies and stuff.
Nah, it's not that strong. It's the same stuff they use to make like parachutes, like the cords and parachutes. It's very useful to build like shelters or traps. It's basically just a survival kit if we ever get lost in the woods when we're doing a mission.
So for all this stuff, they'll give you a special deal since you're ordering it all together. $150.
That's doable.
Special deal being all your money.
No, I have $180.
Wow.
Yeah. 84 actually, and 79 cents.
That's specific.
Mm-hmm. And now I have $34.
That will be
I have
delivered to your vehicle that you wish to use to drive to the next location.
Of course. I'm gonna drive Lola.
Okay? It will be
We're
delivered
good.
to your vehicle then.
Of course, we gotta drive Lola.
All
Right, my turn.
You good? As in, you know what you want?
I know what I want.
All right.
I want like a net where you throw them over people and they're disabled, right? But I want it made out of black rock, and it has to be flexible. And I want like a remote detonator to when I detonate it, the net becomes electrical and it'll zap them.
Okay, that is a
That's
customized
doable.
item.
Yep.
So, depending on when you guys leave, you may or may not be able to get that.
Okay.
So, how long do you guys wish to wait? Because he'll give you an estimate if you guys don't want to leave immediately. Like the guy who wants to, you're ordering the item from. He'll give you an estimate if you don't want to leave immediately.
I want to leave when everything's ready.
Okay.
Like when everything's set up, all the guys that needs to be there are like in place, and then as soon as everything's ready and we're in the apartment, like literally when we leave to the apartment, and then we can just set it all up at once, so we don't have to wait in the apartment too long, because I can only carry a certain amount of 6 packs of beer.
Yeah. So, are you guys willing to wait for him to get his net? Or at least if it's a reasonable amount of time?
You're
Is that a
muted, you.
yes?
That's how long it will take.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's a reasonable amount of time, you're willing to wait.
A reasonable amount of time, yeah.
You're muted. You fool.
Yeah. If it's reasonable, then yeah.
Alright. Martha, no objections to anything that's been said? Martha?
I think she died.
Only
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No dissent, so everybody is willing to wait. So, let's see. For that,
hope I
gonna
can at least
cost
refill my.
it's going to cost you $500.
Ooh.
And
Alright.
if you put that's if you're putting a rush on it. Because if you don't put a rush on it, it won't be done today.
How long will it take?
It'll take 5 hours if he puts a rush on it.
5 hours.
Yep.
How long will it take for all the guys to be ready to do this shit?
They're on standby, so everybody's ready to leave.
Oh yeah, let's go. Fuck that shit. You don't
Alright.
have to pay $500, man. You can just have it delivered to you like tomorrow or something.
Sure. Well, I'll get it when we're done. We're done.
Okay, if you
I'm
wish
waiting
to
5 hours.
if you wish to have it on regular order, then it will arrive to you in 2 days, and it will be $250.
It saved you a lot of money.
I have a lot of money, so it's fine.
No, $250 is a lot of money, especially from a guy that only has like $34 left.
I have more than 34.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Yeah, this is coming out of my pocket, by the way. So
All right. Done and done.
Yep.
So, you guys head to the parking garage.
By the way, when are we getting paid again?
You get paid every week.
Huh?
It hasn't
No,
been a week
man.
in game yet.
Fuck me.
it's got like 1 day
Well, for him, yeah.
for me as well, as long as I've been here.
For what I'm saying.
We're never gonna get
It
paid.
has been 5 days, I think.
How does Lola look?
It is pristine and a brand new vehicle. Just came off the lot.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
By the way, I would give out people walkie-talkies because I have walkie-talkies.
Alright, he has enough walkie-talkies for everybody, so he gives you each one walkie-talkie. It has a range of 1 kilometer.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah. As you see the car, just
If for any
look at him
reason
and
you
tell
get
him you're.
separated by more than 1 kilometer, it's not going to work.
Yes, you just pretty much looking at the car, just tell him you're welcome for the fix up.
No,
What?
this is actually a brand new vehicle.
Oh, brand new. And I said nothing.
Mm-hmm. And when did you fix my
basic-
car?
Yeah, exactly. You did.
Oh, and
But, yeah, the other car is in a scrapyard in Norway.
Somewhere. At least half of it.
No, it's all in a scrapyard. It's just that it's quadrisected, so it's cut in 4
Yeah,
pieces.
you don't have to remind me of what happened to Bessie, okay?
Yeah.
It's a
So-
terrible day.
So, the
There, pre-ban. There.
they've gotten you a 2024 version of the truck that you wanted, that you had before, rather than a
Oh,
used
trap.
car. So, it's ready to go. Like, your insurance just paid for the whole vehicle. Somehow. Perhaps the organization pulled some strings.
Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Oh, beautiful.
They had
I
to
will
cover it
caress.
up anyway, so...
I will caress the side of the car as I move towards the driver's seat. I'll open the door and I'll take in the new car smell.
It smells almost as if it just came out of the factory and was shipped to this parking garage.
Mm. Yeah, but it did get upgraded a lot, though.
Yeah, it did get upgraded a little bit.
Oh, it can fly, it can dive, it has a 50 cal turret, has anti-missile, and it has a turbo
Not
booster.
quite yet, no,
Gonna be fun.
if you remember.
What?
That's going to take a little while. I told you.
Oh, shit. Okay, so for now, she's just a normal car.
But it does have guns on it.
Okay, the 50 cal turret is there.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was installed relatively easy. It's just that you wanted
Awesome.
some sci-fi stuff, so it's going to take a little bit longer for the vehicle to be 100%
Well, that's
sci-fi.
fine.
So, you can tell that they started working on it, but they did close up the areas where they were working on it, and it is ready to leave.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'll get in and I'll turn the key.
Because he basically wants it to be a James Bond vehicle. Because yes, in one of the movies he did have a flying vehicle, and in one of the movies he did have a submersible vehicle. So
I remember the submersible, but I do not remember the flying one.
that was back when Roger Moore was 007.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 100 years ago now.
Yeah, exactly. It was his car. He had to park it, to be fair, to get it to fly, but he parked it in a garage, and like biplane wings were attached to the top of it, and he flew it out of the hangar.
The only 007 who got married.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then she got killed at the end of the movie.
Yep.
And that was the end of the movie.
But either way,
Sad Bond noises.
so you guys are ready to head to the apartment complex.
We're ready
Which
to head to our
contains
doom.
The currently empty apartment.
Yeah, and by the way, before we go, Preben, you might want to hold on to this in case he tries something, and I'll hand you the poking stick.
Okay.
It is made of block rock, and while you have it in your hand, you cannot use telekinesis.
I will not accept this poking stick of black rock.
Oh, you won't? Why not? Alright, so I guess I'll keep it on standby.
You can have it yourself, man. I will make a quick stop at some kind of convenience store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, on your way there, you stop at basically the equivalent of a Quickie Mart. There's no
Oh.
Apu, but
Damn it.
Oh, come again.
it is a Quickie Mart, basically.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna buy some beer.
Are
gonna
you wearing
buy-
your armor currently?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, I'm casually strolling through the store, looking at the beer racks with full body armor on. I would have left the guns in Lola.
Okay, the guns aren't there, so that's good.
I would have left the guns in Lola. I'm not that fucking dumb.
Okay, so
I
if
know-
you don't have the
I know
guns
I'm
on you,
not-
something different will happen, but it will still be a thing happening.
I know I'm not in the town that I grew up, which is here.
Not a robber, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone into the convenience store plenty of times with a shotgun on my back doing my groceries. Nobody cares here.
In some
We
places
are in
the
America.
States, they wouldn't care. But
No, I'm just in the country.
yeah, in some
You have
places
a
in
lit-
the States, they wouldn't care. But New York City, yeah, they're gonna care.
Yeah, what kind of gauge do you have? Like 12 gauge?
What? Yeah, 12 gauge shotgun. And I have a 7.65 rifle.
Both of which
And
you
I
went to
have
the
a-
convenience store with.
I have, yeah. Not at the same time.
No, then they would.
But of
someone would
course.
It was when I
maybe-
was younger. I didn't have a car. I only had like a moped, so I had the shotgun on my back, and then I wanted something to eat when I went home. So then I went into the convenience store and did some grocery shopping while I have a shotgun on my back. And a rifle.
But yeah, in this
Of course,
city,
very logical.
Yeah,
in this city,
course.
if you were walking in there with an LMG, there will be issues.
I don't have an LMG.
Fair enough. So, as you're walking around, I'll get you to make a perception.
I'm gonna be walking around with one of those like uh crates that you put stuff in, like the hand things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basket.
Yeah, baskets. Yeah, I'll put like four. We're probably gonna be there for a little while, so I'll put 4 6-packs of beer in it, half liters, if that's a thing in America. I don't know.
Oh, half liters. I mean, come on. We've seen 4 liters.
Yeah, of Coke.
Yeah,
You have Coke. Of beer, they have
Coke.
10 liters.
it's probably more beer.
I'm basically buying the supplies. Come on, man. I'm buying the beer. I'll even buy some chips.
Okay.
What kind of
I'll
chips
ask you
you got?
a question. I'll ask you a
What?
question. Do you want cans or do you want glass bottles?
Cans.
Okay. Because that is a different answer than if it were a bottle.
And
So-
since I
Oh.
am kind of tight on money right now, I would be looking for the cheapest brand with the highest alcohol percentage in it.
All right.
Of course it would.
Yeah, I only have $34 to my name right now.
There's a local brewery. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a quick search. If I can't find it, I'll make something up. Okay. I'm looking at a map, and there are 3 in New York City. 3 breweries, local ones. All of them are rated 4.6. So, out of 5, that is. Yeah, so you see one that, sure. Yeah, one of these I can't pronounce, so let's just go with the first one. You see one from the Transmitter Brewing Company. Do you want just a basic beer?
Nope.
Okay, that's good. All right. How many 6-packs did you grab?
4.
4? Okay. That'll cost you, we'll say, $20.
And then I'm gonna buy a bag of peanuts.
All right. 50 cents.
Stakeout food is ready, people. I'll go to the cashier and I'll put it on the thing and I'll start opening my wallet to get the money.
Okay, as you approach the cashier just looks you up and down and nonchalantly starts scanning your items. So, Comic-Con or...
Yeah, Comic-Con.
Nods. Just scans your items. That's it.
Comic-Con, come on. Comic-Con, come on. Give the better answer. Fretting party.
What?
Party hardy.
He could've
Party
said he was
party?
LARPing, but
Oh, LARPing? No, nah.
No.
I don't think people are LARPing in like technological. Are
Yes.
they? In sci-fi gear, almost, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was like only like D&D shit, like
Hold
medieval
on,
shit.
Hold on.
There are people
I've
who
seen
do
some-
Vampire the Masquerade,
Oh no.
and that takes
Do all
place in the
kinds of
modern
shit.
day. So, yeah.
Yeah, at
I
least
would
they're-
like that is actually on my bucket list to try LARPing, like
And-
large
and
scale,
it's
like
hilarious too, because some of the vampires can be invisible. All they have to do is like put a label on themselves that says they're invisible, and you have to act as if you can't see them. So then the dude is like all up next to people listening to their conversations, and you have to act as if you can't see them.
that is actually on my bucket list. LARPing, like D&D ish stuff, like with swords and mallets and shit like that. like large scale, like a lot of people.
Unfortunately, the
same time.
magic, if you're going to do the magic, it's usually you just throw
Sandbags,
something
yeah.
at somebody, yeah.
Sandbags.
But other than that, it's all right. It's not like it's any worse than what we do, except they actually walk around and do things.
You have dishonored me. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Hey, Pre-Bad.
What?
Look at the video I just sent into the group.
I know what LARPing is, man.
I know, but just an example.
That's a Doom Slayer.
I know.
Oh, holy shit. Run.
But yes, people do futuristic LARPing.
Did
Just
you know
depends
if
on
they
how
get
much-
killed?
Just depends
Parents
on
in
how much
hell
your
teach their
budget is.
kids that. Yeah, my budget is $34, which I can exactly pay right now. Yeah, next time you guys are getting the steakhouse snacks.
But yeah,
Or are you with me in the store? Did you come with me in the store?
Did anybody go in the store?
No, I didn't need anything. I'm eating a pizza today.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he already ate
Okay,
the
well.
whole pizza. He's good for the next few hours.
Good for the next 5 minutes.
Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. At least 2.5 hours. He's good for.
So 78. So how much was it?
It was $20.50 since you bought a package of peanuts.
Okay, so I have $14.29 to my name.
And see, this is the reason why he already had a total that had cents in it. It's because of stuff like this.
I mean, you guys use cents.
We do.
We don't anymore. We got rid of it.
Well,
Actually,
in Canada, we got rid of the penny. So we only have 5-cent denominations.
it was like super weird because cents for us is basically öre. It's a different currency, but it's basically the same. So we got rid of it. You can't get the lowest denomination was 50 cents, like coin. That's gone now. So we only have like 1/4. Like that's the lowest denomination. All the stores still use like this is only $15.17, which means it's only $15. But if it says $15.51, that means it's $16 now.
Yeah, they round up. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that too. Except it's in 5-cent denominations. They round up and down. Yeah. They do that here.
Fooling people. That's what it is.
Unless you're paying with a bank card or something, then the bank
Yeah, I'm done
do
enough.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. Works the same here. Yep. So yeah, you purchased the sufficient amount of things that you wanted to buy.
Yeah, so I'll just head back into Lola, and I'm just like, who's sitting in the front? Who's riding shotgun? Who called shotgun?
Not me.
Sure, I'll sit in the front.
Yeah. So as we're sitting in the, as I'm getting in, I'm just handing you like 2 bags. Just hold this. I bought us some stakeout food, and then I'll start the car and start driving to the apartment.
You've only known
It's stakeout.
this guy personally for a couple of days. You have a feeling that what's in this bag, Shaggy, is not very much food.
There's peanuts in there.
There is. He doesn't know that. He didn't look in the bag. But you do feel something metallic within the bag, touching you.
Stakeout food.
So either it's in a metallic container or it's not food.
So, who's gonna, if things go wrong, slip the cuffs onto this guy. 'Cause,
One of us. Did we only get one pair of cuffs?
Actually, you don't have any.
no. Or maybe we should get that.
However, Wilhelm would have sent a bunch to the location before you arrived,
Okay, good.
including the ones that are meant to subdue paranatural entities.
So did we arrive? By the way.
Do you wish to just head straight there after that
Yeah.
pit stop?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, you get there.
Unless anybody wants to do another pit stop.
Shopping trip, guys. Like, come on.
Is Lonnie back now?
No, I don't think I need anything.
Yeah,
More
Lonnie's
back.
order
back.
stuff.
Huzzah.
Because we were asking you
Huzzah.
something and you didn't answer at one point.
I
Huh.
lost my phone again.
You see, this is why I don't buy bottles of wine because they're
drank
too
it.
fucking small. I drank it all, and I don't even feel blessed.
Well, yeah, it's wine. Unless if
Oh, it's
a-
only
unless if
it's
a
only
really good
11.5%.
vintage, it's not going to get you anywhere.
It's only 11.5.
Exactly.
That's like a weak beer.
Yeah, exactly. Unless
Well,
if it's been
I
in
done goofed.
somebody's cellar for 100 years, it's not gonna do too much.
It's from the year of the Corona, 2020.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be super powerful.
So that's
I mean, the end year of 2020, because that's when Corona came.
I don't know. It just says 2020.
Okay.
No, 2019 is when it showed up, and then early 2021 is when everything started shutting down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we've been in this for so long, we've lost track of how time works.
Yeah.
When did the United States? Never mind. That was a terrible joke.
It was about.
Yep.
Okay. If it was a joke, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
I mean, if the president says it's a hoax, it's a hoax.
Different president now, sir.
Hmm?
Luckily.
Yeah.
Different president now.
At
Yeah, you
least.
just have a pedophile. You changed out a orangutan for a pedophile. Or an orange. You changed out a vegetable for a pedophile. I don't know what's worse.
Well, to be fair, at least he's not.
A vegetable?
Yeah.
A Cheeto.
Well, if you see him speak, I think he's on the edge of becoming a vegetable.
Well.
And demonetized and blacklisted.
Yeah, don't worry.
And
I'm sorry,
FBI,
Joe
open up.
Biden. I will deliver my firstborn child to you so you can touch them. If you don't kill my entire family, please.
Boy.
Joke's on you, I'm not gonna have any children.
That's what you say now.
Mm.
And then you'll
I
appear
didn't think
on
I was having
Maury in a
kids
few
either.
years.
Watch me.
You'll appear on Maury.
I'm glad at least
I'm pretty-
somebody knew what I was talking about.
I'm pretty sure I'm sterile. I'm pretty sure I only screwed out like
Maury.
alcohol.
Yeah,
You wait,
don't know
wait.
what-
You screwed a
guys
lorry?
Probably don't know what Maury is.
No.
Nope.
Oh. Talk show. Jerry Springer. Ricky Lake. I'm running out of people.
I don't watch TV.
Jeremy Kyle?
Are you familiar with Jerry Springer? That would be the most popular one.
Nope.
Jerry.
Yeah. It's
Nope.
basically a talk show where the point is for it to go off the rails and people fight each other. That's what Jerry Springer is.
Oh, is that the show with the kid is not your son or
Yeah, that's
whatever?
Yes.
Maury.
Yeah.
You are not the father. That's Maury.
You're not the father.
Ah.
You are, in fact, the father.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Maury is.
I've seen memes.
Yeah,
I figured you would know what the memes were.
Mhm.
yeah. I knew that they would know what the memes were, but I didn't think that they would know what the name of it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the memes where the guy's like fainting and passing out and stuff like that. You are the father, pass out. Stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. That was the joke. Anyway, so it's jokes are always better when you have to explain them. Anyway. So yeah. So for Lonnie's sake, I don't know how much of it you've heard, but you finally are going to arrive at the apartment.
See,
So,
I heard.
as you guys arrive, just FYI, we can still see your screen, Preben. So if you wish to do anything, be careful. So,
You can see my
Don't
picture.
look at all that funky porn, like all that crazy German.
Yeah, you
sex
still
stuff.
screen share.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screen share. Yeah, I turned off my camera, and you
yeah,
guys said
no,
we can
that
still
isn't what
see
I
the
was
stream.
referring to.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out of this room, and I'm not wearing any pants.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that we can still see your screen. So we saw your mouse moving. That's why I said be careful.
That's fine.
Okay. So,
Oh shit, my Coke.
but yes, as you guys arrive, the place, the whole apartment building, like with the amount of cops that are here, you may as well say that this is like an entire precinct of police are surrounding this building.
Hmm.
So there's like beat cops just sort of standing there. There's SWAT cops. There's detectives who appear to be writing in notepads. All the stereotypical things that you would imagine when you hear the word "the police are here." That's what you see. All those
Yeah,
stereotypical things.
I was thinking, oh, we're making friends, apparently.
You
Left,
see
right, and
somebody
center.
with a megaphone yelling orders around to people. You see another dude on a cell phone standing next to the truck with the big SWAT truck that has the computers in it. And he is currently talking to somebody? Question mark? You're not sure? Yeah. Like everything when you imagine the phrase "the police have arrived," all those people are here.
All right.
So you pull up to the. Luckily, this apartment building has an underground parking, so you guys
Mhm.
just pull up to the underground parking, and there's a few police officers that give you the rigmarole, or at least they appear to be police officers. According to Wilhelm, they should all be agency people. So
Yeah.
you pull up, and they are going to ask you, like, what's your business here? And that's where they're going to start off. So they go up to the driver, which is Preben.
Allah.
So, what's your business here?
Just gonna show my badge.
All right.
Guessing I have a badge, right?
He takes out an object of some sort, and he just passes it over your badge, and he goes. He talks into his police walkie-talkie thing that they have on their shoulder.
Radio.
Yeah, his police radio, and he goes, "Sure." And he goes, "Yeah, they're clean." And he just waves you on by. luckily, when you're dealing with the agency, it's usually easier to tell them that you're part of the agency.
Hmm.
So, well, sometimes it won't be if it's restricted, but since you're part of the operation, they're gonna let you in.
We're the heads of the operation.
Basically. So,
Hmm.
they didn't know you by sight, but they knew what your numbers would be on your badges, so you're good. So, they just let you into the underground parking, and I will let you guys pick up where you guys are in a parking space. There is an elevator that allows you access to the higher floors of the apartment building. There's also an emergency staircase if that is needed. You are aware that fire regulations necessitate these things, so you are aware that they exist. And you can use whatever you wish to get wherever you need to go. You are aware that the apartment that they're going to be using for the operation, since we kind of skipped over the exposition of what you guys were going to be doing, you will be in apartment 350.
And there's
Third
Not
floor.
350 apartments. That's just the number.
And is
The
there anyone
third floor.
in the city, in the apartment now,
Is there any civilians?
or anyone at all?
From what you've heard, they are letting civilians on certain floors because apparently one of the floors has a hostage situation. But the other floors, there are armed police officers on every floor, making sure that the hostage situation doesn't spill onto the other floors, allowing civilians to move relatively freely on the other floors.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good.
You
So
ruin
do we
some
get?
people's day, but not everybody in the apartment's day.
So I'm guessing we're getting into the apartment.
Well, I first want to get a hand of these magic cuffs.
I'm guessing
Okay.
they're in the apartment.
Yes, you have a feeling that they are in the destination in which you are going to be arriving.
Yeah, so go there then.
All right. Do you wish to use the elevators or the staircase?
Elevator.
And I'm always going to ask that in buildings that you are aware of, elevators and staircases. I will always ask. Because it may be important. So,
Well, there are SCPs that can fuck with you in the elevator.
there are also some that are just staircases. One of the more famous ones is a staircase.
One in the
yeah,
woods.
but
SCP. One of the more famous SCPs is a staircase.
that's SCP-96. But this staircase goes up, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, but that
Actually-
staircase also goes up if you just
No,
go up.
no, it goes down.
Yeah, I know, but when you walk down a little bit, then you can go up again.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
but
go up.
the up has exit, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
So you can
So-
go back up, but it continuously
So,
goes down.
In that case, I'll
For an undetermined amount of
staircase.
time.
Well, according to the research that they've done, no one's ever reached a bottom.
Yeah.
So
They only reach a creepy, childlike face that starts to torment them when they get too far down.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would recommend the staircase.
okay. Is everybody okay with the staircase?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I'm
Pretty
taking
you've
the
been
elevator.
outvoted, so if you wanted to go in the
Yeah.
elevator,
I can take the elevator alone.
sure.
Can I? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you guys
I'll
split
take the elevator
party.
alone.
That's always the
Split
best
the
thing.
party, hell yeah! You have a walkie-talkie, so if anything goes wrong, just call us.
As long as their physical distance between you and their walkie-talkie is 1 kilometer, it should work. Unless if there's anything that blocks radio waves.
Must be a big house if it's 1 kilometer in size.
Well, if it's supernatural in nature, it could be. And considering the building that you guys
Matt, how far is 1 kilometer? You know, in the U.S., we don't use the metric system unless
it's
it's
like-
guns or drugs.
It's close to 2.5 miles. Or no, 2.5 kilometers is a mile, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
It's pretty close to that, if not exactly that. So, yeah, a kilometer is like a little over a third of a mile. So that is a decent distance.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah, so Prive wants to split the party, I guess.
those who choose the staircase choose the staircase. Those who choose the elevator choose the elevator. Where is everybody going?
Go
Staircase.
in the fucking elevator.
Everybody's going staircase except Prive. Okay.
Why don't? Oh, yeah, staircase is a good idea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's have some fun. Okay. Preben, you enter the
Oh.
elevator. You press the 3rd floor. And it's going to be room 5 on the left.
Yeah.
So you go up in the elevator. The elevator arrives on the floor. The doors open. You can see that there are police officers on either end of the hallway. And you can see that there are people who are going about their daily routines. Although if they leave the floor, they are escorted by a police officer.
I walk towards the apartment.
Alright. Oh wait, this is the empty floor. I forgot. So this floor is empty, but there are 2 police officers on either end. I forgot, you're not on the other floor. This is information that they get, not you. So, you head to the room, you open the door, and inside, you see not only a few sets of handcuffs, but you see a full set of shackles on the other side of the room. This place is sparsely furnished, so it's comfortable enough for a person to live. It has all the amenities that you would need for maybe 1 person to tops, maybe a small family could sit and live in here. There's only 1 bedroom, however, but there is enough space for a family if need be. So yeah, it's just an apartment. It's one of their safe houses. One of them that had a little bit too much heat recently, so they're willing to burn it for you.
Awesome. Yeah. So I guess first thing I'm gonna do, obviously, so I'm gonna put the bear in the fridge.
Alright, the fridge is operational.
This stays cool. Then I'm gonna turn on. I'm guessing there's a TV, right?
Yep, there is a TV.
I'm gonna turn on the TV and I'm gonna put it to the news channel. And then I'm going to start hiding the cuffs all over the apartment. How many cuffs are there?
Okay, regular cuffs. There's 6 sets of them.
So I'm gonna duct tape 2 of them underneath like the dining room table,
Okay.
so that we can just like rip them down and wow, motherfucker. And then I'll just look around for other hiding spots, like between the couch cushions, in the drawer, one in the bathroom. Like just try to disperse them all around the apartment.
Alright, yeah.
Easy access to us to get.
Yep.
The shackles, I'll freaking hide, I guess, under the bed sheets.
So here's what
Or
they
the-
currently are, so that way you know what you're hiding. They are on a stand, and the neck one is on the where the head of a human would be. The arms are on like a little mannequin-like arm stand, and the ankle ones are on the bottom, and they're
Mhm.
sort of like attached to the stand. So you can just take it off the stand and hide them if that's what you want to do.
I'll hide them, and as soon as the stand is like empty, I'm gonna like pull it out of the fucking apartment and tell the people that are dressed as cops on the other side, like, get this fucking thing out of here.
Alright, we'll do. One of them just walks over and starts escorting the mannequin-esque stand away.
So that's what I'm gonna do until my team arrives. Of course, I'm gonna tell them where I hid each cuff everywhere.
Alright, you have it set.
And I would
to
look
the-
at the TV, by the way. Is the news on that
Yeah, you
white
set it to
man
the
is
local
holding-
channel, and the local
Yeah.
news is currently on. However, they are currently not talking about the situation.
Yeah, that's good.
Seems as though Wilhelm is waiting for a certain thing to happen first before getting the urgent news banner out of the closet. So, the rest of you, and yes, I did roll for this.
Mhm.
Fuck. God damn it.
Don't worry, you at least got somebody disarmed.
Let me
Why
just say,
take the stairs when there's an elevator?
So alleyways, they are worse than stairs. It's more
let me just
risk.
say that what I rolled for you guys was a natural 20 for an event to happen. So, an event's gonna happen.
Wow. You guys are gonna get fucked.
Oh, does it have to? It could be It could be Charlie, the friendly ladybug.
So, you guys are walking up the staircase. You're ascending the staircase. You see on floor 1, once you actually get to the first floor, you can see that there are cops. You can even see that some are coming up and down the staircase around you,
Mhm.
escorting people to their vehicles if need be. So, or escorting people into the building if they're allowed to access the floor. So, you get to the first floor and you see that it's crawling with cops. Or perhaps agency people, perhaps a combination of both. You're not sure.
Okay.
But,
Well, we're going to the third.
okay. You go up to the second floor, same thing. You go up to
One
the
more
third
floor.
floor. When you arrive at the third floor, each floor had a number next to it. So when you got to the first floor, it had floor 1, and when you were in the parking garage, it had -1. And it appears as though there was a basement under the parking garage, which you could have went down to, but you didn't do that. So you go to floor 1, floor 2. Now you go up to the next floor. You are now, the number next to the door is 4.
I just look. Is it one of those rotates that you can look down?
Yeah, it goes back and forth, and you can look over the banister to see down.
Yeah, I do that to check. Like, wait.
All right.
Wait a minute.
From what
I
you
think
can
I've
see,
seen this before.
from what you can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors below you to the bottom of the staircase.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see floor 1 and 2. The people still there?
The floor 1 and 2 people, yeah, they're still there.
I just tell Shaggy Lonnie to wait right there. I start going down to floor 3.
All right. You go down to floor 3. The number
keeping
next to the
eye
door is floor 2.
keeping eye contact with them to see if when I suddenly jump.
Okay, so you're attempting to keep eye contact with them?
Mm-hmm.
I will need you to roll 1 dice.
Oof. 9.
All right. You stumble slightly, and in an attempt to save yourself from falling completely, you lose eyesight with them for a second. You look at the door, you're on floor 2. You look up, they are 2 floors above you.
Okay,
Did I
this
see
time.
that?
Yeah, as you look down, you saw him trip slightly on when he was about to get to floor 3, and then he looks up, and then when you see him again, he looks up at you and he's on floor 2.
This time should be a bit easier. Keep eye contact. Go up to floor 3.
All right, as you go up, I'm
Holding
gonna need
the
you to roll again.
guardrail. Holding the guardrail this time. Come on.
Hmm?
9
9.
again.
Yes.
Okay. As you're holding the guardrail suddenly becomes slippery, and you lose your hands, your traction on the rail, and you sort of slightly trip again. Suddenly, you look up and you're right next to your friends.
Damn,
And
dude. That...
you guys, you see him trip on floor as he's about to get to floor 3, and then suddenly he's beside you. Like you lose track of him, and then you look beside you, and he's right there.
Yeah, dude. I've seen this before.
Wait. Let me finish that sentence. I've seen this in a game before.
No, dude. Actually, I've seen this in a movie before. It's The Matrix. It's the second movie where they go in that building and you have to go specifically for like on a time, and that floor opens there at that exact time. So we gotta do something similar to that.
Who's that beautiful man behind you, Lonnie?
My roommate. Say hello to Casey. He's gone to his room, so
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's a beautiful man. He has the same kind of body shape as me, so he's beautiful.
Okay, that's it. One more time.
No. Let me do. I've seen this before, so I'm more experienced. So yeah, I tried to find the third
I
floor.
just look at you for a moment and just keep eye contact as I go down. Just like, make me. Fucking make me.
I mean, you can try as much as you like, but
19.
All right. This time, you do see a strange effect happen. However, if you're holding the railing becomes slippery. And your footing, you almost lose your footing.
No, I'm just looking at him going like, what you gonna do to stop me, little man?
Little?
Actually, I'm quite fat, so no.
Well, I'm large. Well, large in height.
Either way.
I'm large in body weight.
Either way, you do feel that the railing is slippery again, and you do feel that the floor seems slightly unstable. You're not sure why. But as you look at them, when you're about to reach the floor where floor 3 is, suddenly they just get further away. And you can't explain it. It's just as if someone hit a zoom function on a camera.
I take a step back before I pass the threshold.
As you pass the threshold, it zooms out. When you go back, it zooms back in.
Found the threshold.
You know what? We should just take the elevator.
Also, Geo, as you're manipulating the threshold, I need you to roll 1 dice.
10.
Alright, with a 10, you do notice one thing. Whenever you repeatedly go over the threshold, you get colder, like 2 or 3 degrees colder. Like, if you do it like 2 or 3 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get noticeably colder when that happens.
Can I go just in front of the threshold on the 4th floor? And I wanna throw something past the threshold, like
Alright. What are you throwing?
I'm throwing some stickers, an OK sticker.
Okay.
You're
throw
gonna
this-
throw a sticker.
Yeah, see what happens.
It's gonna land like right in front of you, man. It's a fucking sticker.
Sticker.
Or it's
You
gonna
know-
land a floor beneath me.
I'll tell you
It's
what
a
happens if
sticker.
you do it. So
I do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You throw it, and it gets. I'll say that you keep it on the cardboard backing, so that way it doesn't just immediately drop in front of you. So you can get a little bit of distance with it. As soon as it crosses the threshold, Geo, you are smacked in the face with a sticker. However, Shaggy, it just disappears.
Yeah. So can I? Is there like a secret surface that it's actually I can walk on, for instance?
So you're thinking, hey, maybe this is a solid thing that I could touch, perhaps?
Yeah, for instance.
Okay. So you reach out towards where the sticker disappeared?
No. I'm just plumbing up stickers, and in case there's like something invisible or something that's like an illusion, the sticker can just go through it.
Alright.
So I'm checking for that.
Okay, so how do you wish to check for that? Are you like putting the stickers on the railing next to you or things like that? What are you doing?
I'm checking for how big this barrier is.
Okay. So you start throwing stickers at various distances, I'll say.
Yeah.
Just to see where they vanish and where they don't.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be the entire width of the stairwell. Including, like, the way that you would jump off to get to the lower floor. If you wanted to, like, jump over the railing to get to the lower floor. Like, you just lean over the railing and throw it, and it vanishes. It doesn't reach the 3rd floor. It goes on to the 2nd floor instead.
Okay. I'm gonna walkie-talkie Preben.
Alright?
Hey, Preben, how you on the 3rd floor right now?
As you're watching the news to see what happens, Preben, they're still talking about some banal puppy story that the puppy had 3 legs and they bought it one of those things that holds its hind quarters with wheels so that way it can run around. It's a beautiful story. if you care. But Preben, you're watching this as your walkie-talkie
Oh.
activates.
I do like animals more than I like humans, so yeah.
So
Heartwarming.
it's a little three-legged dog, and they made this custom little thing for it that has wheels, so it can run around with its front paws.
Oh, that's so cute.
So, you hear on the walkie-talkie Shaggy trying to get your attention.
Yeah, what's up, dude? And you can hear me opening a. You can hear me opening a beer.
Hmm.
I'm guessing I'm done hiding the cuffs, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Yeah. So, are you guys using like an abnormally long time walking up the stairs because you're so fucking fat? But then again, I have seen you run, so that should not happen, dude. Where are you guys at?
Yeah, I just come into the walkie-talkie. Yeah, guess what? Just guess.
Yeah, so apparently the third floor in the stairway does not exist and leads to the fourth floor.
No, it's an AWE Audit World event. Very
Mhm.
localized.
As soon as you guys tell me this, I will walk outside the door of the apartment and I will ask the cops outside. As soon as I did tell them to get the mannequin away, so I guess I know that they're in the agency.
Yeah, one of the guys in the
Oh.
hallway is gone, but the other one is still there.
Yeah, if they were normal cops and I dragged that mannequin out and told them to get that away, they would look stupidly at me. So I know they're in the agency. So
Well,
I'm gonna ask the
fact
guy
that
that's
you're walking into a floor that's supposed to have a hostage situation happening. Yeah, they're
I'm
with the agency.
covered in guns. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask the guy that's still left. Did you guys do anything funny with the stairs so no civilians will get a hair?
Actually, we thought about it, but we didn't have time.
Oh, it seems it's done itself.
All right.
Yeah,
Are we
just
on
notify
east
the
stairwell or the west stairwell.
which stairwell are you guys in? I asked over the walkie-talkie.
Okay, I'll tell them since they didn't choose. They are in the west stairwell.
In the west stairwell.
All right. He walks over to the west stairwell. He opens the door to the west stairwell and he goes, you might not believe me if I explain it, so why don't you just come over here?
I look in the door.
There's an endless black void going down and an endless black void going up.
Huh. I just close the door. I tell him to notify the agency that we have to return her afterwards to, yeah, whatever you do with a fucking stairway.
Before you
And
close the door, I'll get you to roll 1d20.
Get sucked in.
No, I
five.
destroyed!
I got a 5.
5?
Yeah.
You did hear something when you opened the door, but it sounded like a tapping sound. Might not be important.
I would just ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just tell the guys, can't you guys just walk down and take the fucking elevator? Is that so hard?
Yeah, I was just about to do that.
Hmm.
So
Problem solved.
how many OK stickers do I lose?
I'll say that since you were experimenting with it, and they all got teleported, you didn't try to do anything iffy, like try to keep it halfway in between, you can just retrieve them.
Sure. Probably do
Really?
that.
Reusable OK stickers?
Yeah. No.
Well, he didn't take them off the cardboard backing, so they're still fine.
Oh.
each one has like a little cardboard backing.
Yeah. I thought he literally stick them to something.
No.
Okay.
I gave him the
Just
benefit
how
of
that
the
goes.
doubt and not forced
Yeah,
him
this
to waste
isn't
them.
this isn't a sticky situation yet.
That's
It's
fair.
not that sticky of a situation.
So do you
Pun
guys
not intended.
descend the staircase and go to the elevator?
No.
Okay.
Do I have a phone or anything on me when I'm out?
Yes. Once you leave the agency building, you are able to have modern day anything modern day.
Okay, so I'm just gonna call in that this particular building has an oopsie in it. It's a stairway that apparently hides the 3rd floor in the west stairway. Do not do anything with it yet. Just keep civilians away from it. Like, for now, because we have an op that we're currently doing, so that the agency knows that something is happening in this particular stairway.
Alright.
And by the way,
What was it again? The guy on the phone
The
said?
west.
Alright.
by the way, I would
People got to the 3rd floor in order to organize the operation.
Well,
Through the stairwell.
Well, I am currently. Well, I'm not really now because I closed the fucking door, but I was staring at a black void when I opened the door, and my team is having major troubles getting through the 3rd floor through that stairway. So I would say, yeah, there's some kind of oopsie here, probably.
Just saying, I wasn't there half hour ago.
Well, it's an oopsie. What are you gonna do?
Alright.
Just write it
Think
down.
through the
Don't do
proper
anything with it.
steps.
Don't do anything with it yet. I'll give you go ahead to do anything with it because
Yeah,
we have an op.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
you know the agency paperwork, so I'll get started
Yeah.
on that.
Started with the paperwork. Yes, fun. I'll just hang up.
So I want to take out my spray paint and color the top right, the 4th floor in the green and to the threshold, so where it starts and where it goes, just for
Okay, so
future.
you spray paint the wall
Yeah.
as you walk down.
They're
Yeah.
tagging now.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I mean, this is a fucking oopsie.
You
We
do
gotta.
see where it cuts off. And since
Yeah.
the stairwell is like each floor is uniform in the stairwell, yeah, it just poof, you're just in the next spot.
Yeah, and
You see
I.
that whole floor doesn't get any paint on it.
Yeah, and I will do the same for the 2nd floor.
Okay.
So I know where it starts.
Yep. Like all you do is you just spray paint the wall, and when you teleport, you just keep spray painting a little while, and you can see that there's a huge gap in between, even though
Yeah.
you didn't stop.
So
it's an interesting phenomenon.
That'll make it easier for whoever's going to research this.
All right.
And now I go to the elevator.
All right.
Oh,
You guys
Well, I'll
headed
get
to
back
the
into the.
elevator.
I'll
Yep.
get back into the frickin'. Well,
As you're about to enter the apartment, I'll give you one more chance. Roll a d20.
Don't fuck up.
13.
13? You swear you heard somebody whispering from beyond the door where the void is. And then you turn around and you see the guard is nowhere near the door. Like he's following you away from that door because he doesn't want to be near it.
Whispering what?
You're not sure. You just heard like words, but you weren't listening for the words, and then when you tried to listen, it stopped. So you heard a voice, but you didn't understand what it said.
Okay, so I'll move closer to the door and I'll listen closely. And I'll whisper to the door.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that?
Why do they always leave?
What?
Oh, did I cut out?
No, it was just too low for me to hear.
Okay. I will just repeat it louder. Why do they always leave?
Mm. I will note this down and I'll just send the guy that I talked to a message because
Yeah,
I
you can send
can't
him a
be
text
bothered.
message,
Yeah, I can't be bothered to talk with him right now. And I'll go into the apartment again and I'll investigate the apartment for a deck of cards or Monopoly or any kind of fun board game. If there's like a closet with board games and cards
Okay.
and shit in it.
You start rooting through the apartment. Everybody else, you get on the elevator. You notice that the elevator doesn't have a floor 3 button.
God damn it.
Hold on. I got an idea. Just grab my walkie-talkie. Ray-Ban,
What?
Yeah, he can hear you.
call over the elevator to the 3rd floor.
Are you in the elevator?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'll just walk over and press the button to the elevator.
Does it have a floor 4?
Yes, it does. It has a floor 2 and a floor 4. The button looks almost as if it didn't exist. Like, as if the elevator was built without a floor 3 button.
Yeah, I'll just walk over and I'll call the elevator to me.
Alright, you hit the call elevator button. You wait. The other guys, their elevator doesn't move. But eventually the elevator door opens. And you look out the elevator door. There's a black void.
I just hold the walkie. Did you press it yet?
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
Like, you don't even see elevator cables anymore, Freeman.
Have you tried getting out of there?
Like me walking down?
Yeah. You might
No,
you might be stuck on floor 3 right now.
well, it's currently where we want to be anyway, so
Well, we can't go get there, so
I'll put up my I'll just put up my car. Not like my car A16. I'll just turn on the flashlight mod.
Mhm.
Just to see inside of the black void if I can see anything.
It's almost as if it's a Lovecraftian novel that you're just living in right now. The light is just shines into nothing.
I'll call out into the darkness. Yo. Anybody
Okay, then.
there?
Always leave.
Because you're making it hard to stay.
I make the space smaller so you don't leave.
Yeah, but if you don't want people to leave, then maybe make them able to at least get in here. And then make the space smaller.
will trap us.
Oh.
Not anyone else. Only those who remain.
I'm feeling a lot of anger. Do you want a beer?
The guy tries to open the door to the apartment. Same black void.
I'll call the guy again.
See, this is why you don't take the elevator.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, you're trapped and not us.
I'll call the guy again.
Alright.
Mhm.
You hear it ring. and then-
Before I call the dude, I will actually just talk to my team and ask, well, I have the option to call the agency and maybe get this thing sorted out, or you guys can just sit this one up out, and I'll just do it alone, and then we fix this thing.
Don't you
Why do
know?
you
You never
wish
split
to-
the party.
The creature speaks to you again.
Why What?
do you wish to fix me? No one accepts me for who I
That's because right now you're being a dick.
am. And you hear a noise. You see the hallway slightly shrink.
Like around me.
Yes. The hallway, suddenly there's like, on the end of the hall, there's 2 less doors, and on the other side of the hall, there's 2 less doors.
Yeah, he's shrinking the floor now.
Oh,
Or it.
No,
Uh,
you cannot eliminate me.
Have you
I
tried
will
using?
eliminate you first.
Have you tried using the black rock you have on you?
I only have a bunch of cuffs and shit, and there's nothing
He
to
does
cuff.
not have any black rock. Because he wants to be able to use his telepathy.
That too.
I wanna go back to the second floor and use my poking stick to poke the threshold.
Hold on. Hold on. Your watch is black rock, right?
He also has
Yeah.
a stick.
I got a stick.
I will tell
Okay,
the
okay,
entity.
hold- Hey,
What?
I was planning something.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold
Geo's
your
turn.
watch near. Yeah, hold your watch near the button panel to see if it maybe reveals the third floor button. Because it messes with paranatural things, and perhaps paranatural thing is making the third button floor hidden.
Well, I did just tell you guys over the comms that the thing is shrinking my floor. Do you really want to get up here right now?
Yeah, that's why I'm going and doing something.
I Black Rock, he has Black Rock.
Yeah, you both
Black
have
rock
black
all
rock,
around.
so you can do 2 different things at once if you want.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna try stabbing the barrier.
then I will use my belt buckle to see if I can reveal the third floor button.
Alright. So, both of you roll a d20 and tell me who has the higher result.
Me.
You with an 8.
Alright. So, you take off your belt buckle. You put it next to the button panel. Preben,
Yes.
you hear a very loud screeching from the voice in the void. Suddenly, Geo,
Mm-hmm.
almost as if you just like burnt away something that was like a piece of paper that was covering the panel. Just like embers fall to the ground. And suddenly, the third floor button is revealed.
I
So-
press the button since I think Freeburn is going to be crushed because his floor is shrinking.
Alright, you press the button,
Mm-hmm.
and the elevator begins to move. And to keep the dramatic, I'm going to switch over to Shaggy. Shaggy, you walk towards the threshold,
Yep.
you poke, your stick goes to the other side. Nothing happens.
Well, I'm still holding the stick on the second floor.
So can he see the point of a stick like on the 4th floor?
No,
Oh.
it's just going to the second floor.
Hmm.
In fact, in the process of doing that, you noticed that your hand went through the threshold, and your hand was fine.
My hand was what?
Your hand
Fine.
was fine.
So does that mean I think of disable the barrier?
You're not sure.
All right, I'm gonna wave it around in front of me and keep walking up the stairs.
All right, you continue to walk up the stairs, unhindered.
And I walk up to the third floor while waving it in front of me in case of any more barriers.
You continue through, and you get to the door. You can see the third floor through the door.
Oh. I want to open the door if it's already open.
All right, you open the door. You are allowed in.
Oh. Do I see Preben?
No, you don't see anybody in the hallway.
Preben,
On
where are you at right now on the third floor?
elevator shaft.
Oh, so you're not in the hallways.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm staring inside of what used to be the elevator shaft.
So you can see the elevator door. The elevator door is closed.
Okay.
And there's nobody standing near it. Because it's just a straight hallway.
Well,
So-
I'm on the third floor as well, but I don't see you where you say you are.
Well, in that case, I guess I can't see you either. I won't even be bothered to look around from the guy.
You do glance back and forth. No, you don't see him.
Okay, so I wanna go to where he was and wave my poking stick around.
All right. You're attempting to move to where he is?
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, your stick does hit something. About after the first door in the hallway. You hit a barrier. And it sounds like when you're hitting the stick against it, it sounds like you're hitting glass.
Okay. Well, I wanna use a sticker to throw it on the barrier.
Alright, you
And I
throw the
want to-
sticker at the barrier. It appears at the other end of the hallway.
So it goes through.
Yeah, it goes through. It goes from where you're standing to the perfectly symmetrical place on the other side of the hallway, and it just lands on the floor.
Okay. Okay. So it looked like it teleported.
Yeah.
Okay. Preben, did you see that? It threw
Can I
up.
see a sticker at the end of the hallway?
No.
Nope. I'm gonna try and talk to the entity again.
Alright. What do you say?
Basic question, dude. Can you like choose which buildings or areas to inhabit?
I choose people.
Yeah, but you can move around. You haven't been in this particular building or this area for like your whole existence, right? So you can move around.
Does it matter where I go?
Yeah, actually, I asked you a basic question.
It never matters where I go. Everyone rejects me.
So, since you're saying that, I will assume that you can actually move and appear wherever you want, right?
Why the questions? Your others hurt.
Well, the others don't know what you are yet. Me neither. But then again, they can't talk to you. So,
Alright. So as you're asking that question, Geo,
Mhm.
the elevator
Yep.
goes up, and then it reaches the second floor, and then the elevator
Third.
just is like you can hear the grinding of something. It's almost as if like somebody just put like a metal roof, but the thing is trying to go through the metal roof, and it's just you just hear the grinding and the compacting of the elevator against this thing. The elevator space is literally getting smaller because the metal is bending inward.
Okay, I'm holding up the belt buckle like, be calm, you foul demon.
All right. As
Uh,
this is happening, Shaggy, you can hear like the grinding of metal from approximately a few, like, not too many feet in front of you. You can hear that echoing through the building. In fact, you think that maybe even people outside the building could hear that.
Do I know where it's coming from?
It appears to be coming from the direction of the elevator shaft.
Hmm.
By the way,
Okay.
Martha, are you in the elevator?
Nah, bro, I took the stairs.
So Martha is with
God,
you, Shaggy.
splitting the party even further.
No, Martha's with Shaggy.
No.
That's
We're
what I'm
dealing
saying.
with the paranormal and elevator. Bad idea.
Yeah, but elevator is always the worst option, dude. Why do you even go there, you? I thought you were a smart guy.
Yeah, people seem to be fine, but hey, I at least burned it a bit.
Alright. As the elevator begins to compact, what do you do, Geo? Just hold the thing up?
I just keep holding it up, hoping it will burn it at some point.
Alright. Shaggy, what are you doing? You hear this loud compacting of hard metals.
Yeah, I wanna
Just
poke
one
through the barrier.
more thing before I do anything. If it doesn't work, just hit the emergency stop.
Alright? It does compact to like 3/4 of the space. Do you wish to do anything?
Yep, there's a button.
Alright. You hit the emergency button,
Mm-hmm.
it stops. So everybody can hear the alarm button from the elevator. So Shaggy, you do hear that. So Geo, before you get to do anything else, Shaggy gets zapped. So let's see.
I wanna poke the barrier in front of me,
Alright, it sounds like you're hitting glass.
but I can't go
Do
through
you
with
wish
my.
to be more vigorous with your poking? Or are you just poking it?
You want to do a power poke?
Hmm. Well, let me just feel around for how big this glass barrier is.
With the
I like
poking,
wave around.
it takes up the entire hallway.
Okay. Well, I wanna power poke it. Let's go.
Alright. You hear the shattering of glass. And Preben, you hear another shout and scream. Suddenly, the rest of the hallway is visible, and you see one of your friends, Shaggy. However, now Shaggy is within the limit.
The
There you are.
limit. What's up, dude?
So this is
Actually
very
standing in front of the black void with a beer in my hand.
There, you hear the entity again. Fine. I'll take everyone you wish to give.
We're not done talking yet.
Doesn't seem like it's been able to shrink the area since they started manipulating how it's been hiding itself. It hasn't been manipulating the size of the area anymore.
Oh,
Seems
I'm
as though
still
they are
wanna.
injuring it, perhaps.
Okay, so I still just want to talk to the thing.
It's listening.
Hmm?
Doesn't seem like
So
it has anywhere else it wants to be right now.
can I see Shaggy with this black pokey sticky?
Yep.
Yeah.
It currently has the black stick. Yep. The
Okay,
the
so I'm
black
gonna determine that hurt the thing by using the black stick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna basically. So apparently my friends are a bit fast on the trigger, maybe. What you're seeing here is basically just one team with a stick of the material that is hurting you like hell right now. If you continue with this shit, there can be a whole team and they don't carry small sticks. But that is not a threat. I'm just telling you what could happen if you continue with this. But then again, I do actually see a pretty good use for you within our team. Well, not our team, but in our agency. If you haven't heard of us before, because you're still out in the free or whatever, without a purpose, I'll tell them the name of the agency. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, it's just Paranormal Investigation Agency.
Yeah, the Paranormal Investigation Agency, the PIG.
Yeah.
No, PIA. PIA. We're with the PIA. We're not here for you right now. We're here for something else. But if you want, you can maybe, I don't know, show yourself so that I can have a face to the voice. And we can actually process you, put you through processing, and you can actually become an agent of your own. And you can carry out orders, and you can finally actually find a place where you fit in with all other kind of oddities, such as myself. And I just, if there's something lying on the floor, and I'll just carry it up with my telepathy, just kind of show it that I also am an oddity.
All right. By the way, Martha, since you were with Shaggy, you are now in this area as well.
I am literally trying to recruit this thing because I do see this as very useful as just a thing that is done, and I'll continue explaining that you are very useful to us just because of your powers, that you can literally make people walk through different, like, if they want to get to the third floor, they can't anymore because you're interrupting them from doing that, which is very useful to us. So you can actually finally find a place where you're accepted for what you are.
All right, that is a very powerful argument considering what this entity wants. So, I'll give you 3d20, even though normally you would only have one.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck. Too small
Guys,
space.
I need to go. It's very late for me. I'm already going late.
Okay.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
40 minutes over what you usually do. 99, you.
So yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, man. I got a 15.
Pretty good.
You got a 15?
15, yeah.
It says, wait, you want to be friends?
I don't see why not. You haven't killed anybody yet, as far as I know.
Friends.
Yeah.
That's what I always wanted. And you feel the hallway and the void just melt away. And you're not sure. There's no person there. At least not yet. Not right now. But the void melts away and you can see the elevator shaft. And you can see the slightly compacted elevator just below where the void melts away. You can see the hallways return. You can see the rooms return. But for right now, you don't see a person or anything like that.
Where did he go, dude?
No response.
Well, that was fun. I'll just chug the rest of my beer and I'll walk into the apartment.
Alright, you walk inside the apartment.
How does the guy that was dressed as a cop look?
He is just staring at you guys in amazement. Like, usually, if a dude interacts with an entity like that once a year, he's lucky. So he's just like, you made it go away. No wonder they made you part of a new initiative. And he
Cool.
just stares at you.
I won't say anything. I'll just walk into the apartment and get another beer.
Alright, you walk into the
Then I'll-
apartment. There is a very pale, very skinny, naked Caucasian boy just sitting on the couch.
This is not the picture of the guy we were here to get, right?
No.
Okay.
He is a African American gentleman.
Oh, okay.
The guy that you're after.
Well, hello. I'm guessing you're the thing that made the room shrink.
Friends. And he runs
you have a
over to
name?
you and hugs you.
Yeah, I won't resist. Do you have a name?
Name? I
Yeah.
get a name?
At that point, I want to step in. Oh,
If you even try to poke this thing with a stick, I will smack you.
it seems to have been resolved peacefully, so I won't do that.
Mhm.
So, who is this guy? What's his name?
Well, currently it's a child. Looks like a child.
Oh, he's like
Right?
He's like 13.
Okay.
So, does he have one?
Do I get a name? He looks at you, Preben.
They don't have a name. What do you want to... What name would you like?
May I make a suggestion?
I'm allowed to give myself a name? He starts
course.
he starts to look a little bit like overwhelmed and afraid.
I'm gonna go closer to Preben and whisper to you.
Mhm.
Call him Wally, because he
Oh,
likes to make walls.
no.
Yes.
Just gonna look at the kid and, yeah, what would you like to be called?
He looks genuinely like afraid. You're not gonna trick me and say that I fell for a trick, right?
Nope. I'll just open... I'm guessing it's still hugging me.
No, he is now backed away from you because
Okay, so as he's
you
doing that,
can
I'm
read
just
him
gonna...
kind of well. It seems as though the proposition of naming himself, perhaps he has trauma in his past about certain things, and this proposition scares him.
Well, don't worry, kid. You're in a safe space. I'll just walk over to the fridge and I'll get another beer and I'll actually get the peanuts. Do you like peanuts? So I'll open the bag of peanuts and I'll offer him some peanuts.
I get to choose what I eat.
Yeah.
His eyes just light up, and he runs over and he just grabs the bag and he goes, "Wait, no, this bad." And he gives it back to you. He goes in the fridge and grabs something else in the fridge that it was already stocked with, and he just
Okay, that's good because there's only peanuts and beer in that fridge.
yeah, the fridge was pre-stocked.
Okay, cool.
So he just grabbed something else that was already in the fridge when you got here.
What did he grab?
He grabs a slice of bologna.
Is there like bread and stuff as well?
He doesn't care. He's just eating it. But yes,
Yeah,
you
but-
do know that there is. This place has been stocked.
Okay, well, in that case, I will find bread and I'll just ask the kid if he likes bread. Is this good? I'll just show him the bread.
Is it hard?
No, it's soft.
He rushes over and he grabs 2 pieces and he puts the bologna between the
Mhm.
2 pieces and then he just starts eating it.
Oh.
By the way, he has no clothes on. Just FYI.
Well, I currently don't have any children's clothes on me. Well, I did search around in the apartment for games. Did I find any clothes at all?
Yes, there are clothes. They won't fit him properly, but they'll be big enough to cover him if that's all your goal is.
So I'll get him some clothes.
He looks at the clothes that you're grabbing for him and he goes, "For me?"
Was just temporary, yeah. But
He just grabs
later
them and puts them on.
you'll
and
get
he hugs
cooler clothes.
Them. He hugs them affectionately, and then he puts them on. The bad men wore stuff like this. Never gave me any.
And then he what?
He's saying that the bad men wore clothes, but he never was given any clothes. That's what he says.
Standing citizen right there.
What bad men? I'll ask him.
The ones that taught me to talk just so they could torture me.
Preben
Then
right
it's-
now. Just him.
Well, he was naked, so was he full of scars?
No, he was pristine.
Oh, cool.
In the parts that you looked at, anyway.
A pedophile's dream.
Oof.
I wanna.
Woof.
But yeah, he's
Wanna-
got clothes on now, so we can move
Hmm?
on from that.
Yeah, I wanna whisper to Preben. Should we maybe call this in that we've captured the no, paranormal entity?
We haven't captured anything.
Yeah,
Well,
as you guys are talking about that, he does overhear you. And when he said captured, you can see like it just hits him. He knows what that means, and he sort of huddles back a little bit. But when you say that you haven't captured anything, he sort of lets back up a little bit.
It's Sarah's of his own free will. For all I care, he can leave if he wants.
Or
For now, I'm
Good.
just gonna send a text to the guy that I called that we resolved the issue. No need for whatever's to come here.
He goes, "No, I don't want to leave. I finally have a friend."
Awesome.
So,
Okay.
Martha, I'll let you jump in since you've been quiet.
Cool.
If you want to talk
So-
to the kid.
He's been covered, right?
Yeah, he's got adult clothes, so they're like large on him, but they're covering him.
Right, buddy. So how long have we been here?
Here?
Yeah.
I just saw someone I thought might be a friend, and I came here, but he kept running away, and I got upset. Sorry about that, as he looks over at Preben.
That's fine.
You went muted.
You-
What happened
Yeah.
before that?
Before that, I found other people. They got scared and ran away and fell into the void. But before that, I was in the room.
In the
only
room?
I ever saw. Concrete. Just a room.
Well, Do you want to come with us and we can get you a better room and you can eat whenever you're hungry and you can drink whenever you're thirsty?
Yeah.
And clothes. You can have clothes too.
Yeah.
No alcohol before you're 15, kid.
Yeah. I want all those things.
All right. No tricks, no jokes. For real's help.
Okay.
Is there any kind of like gummy candy? Like gummy
Um,
bears?
I'll roll for that. No. I rolled a 1.
Does the refrigerator have like those small fridges on the top?
You mean like a freezer?
Yeah, yeah, freezer. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, it
the
does.
I open it. Does it contain any kind of ice cream?
I will roll for that. Complete opposite. I got a 20. So,
Nice.
Oh, apparently the person who was watching us before was here, but they said they had to go.
Oh.
I just noticed. Sorry, guys.
Probably because I'm not drunk.
Drink more.
Well, I'm kind of out.
So, yeah. Also, it seems like whenever she shows up, a bunch of, at least one other person came. So I don't know. But by the way, she does have a
Go
lot more
in.
subscribers than we have.
Matt, I gotta go in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Apologies.
We will
I
be
forgot I had
ending
something to do.
relatively soon anyway.
Oh, we don't get to meet the guy.
Not quite yet. Unless if you're done talking to this kid. I'll let you talk to him another time if you want to talk to him. But you can tell him to go with the agency police officer that's in the hallway.
Hell no.
Well, do you want him to be in a situation where he could potentially get hurt? Right now?
Different rooms. Right?
Okay, fine. You can put him in another room. So you guys are in the
So
main
I
living
will-
space, which is directly next to the door. There's a
I'm
bedroom.
gonna take out. I'm guessing it's like a tub of ice cream, right?
Yes, that's what I said. I got a natural 20. So, yeah, like there's like 15 different flavors in there. But they're all in like the single serve size, but there's still like 15 different flavors in there.
So what flavors do you like? I'll just point at the ice cream.
He goes, I saw the bad man eating it. I never had any.
Well, in that case, I'll take one of each.
There's 15.
So, I'm not paying for it. It's free.
Fair enough.
And I will give the kid a spoon, 15 different flavors of ice cream, and I'll give him my phone so that he has something to watch or whatever. And I'll open like the YouTube app so he can play around with that.
He says, he looks at the phone and he goes, the bad man would point this at me as he points at the camera.
He would what?
The bad
I have a
man would point
feeling
the
we're
camera
gonna-
at him. That's on the phone.
I have a good feeling we're gonna track down a pedophile ring in the next session. Yeah. So, which means I'm gonna go in rampage mode because I hate pedophiles.
I'll get Martha to roll. Because we're gonna end in like 3 minutes.
Can somebody roll for me,
Oh.
please? Thank you.
Yeah, Preben will roll for you.
How many die?
Thanks.
Roll 3.
Well, it might go to hell because I only have 2 blue dice ready. 19 on one of the blue ones, by the way.
Okay.
Hmm?
So, with a 19, sometimes, just like in movies, people will get supernatural powers unlocked, kind of, when a very traumatic event happens to them. You have a feeling that something especially traumatic happened to this kid, which caused him to turn into what he was. Perhaps what he still is. So this kid is
Cool.
going to need some psychological help. Most definitely. And from what he describes, there's not been a time that he remembers being outside that concrete room that he was locked in. So, it's not just that they were filming him. Perhaps something else happened to him that caused him to become what he was. So you know that.
Oh, okay. So I tell people that, but covertly, so that way our new little friend doesn't hear, because I don't know, he's already super traumatized. I don't want to like aggravate that even more.
Yeah, you have a feeling if you guys threw him in a concrete room, he would try to fight against it. And since he has newfound powers, you probably wouldn't make it through the experience.
Which is why I won't just hand him over to the agency.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him 15 different flavors of ice cream. I'm gonna give him my phone. I'm gonna hand him my phone. And I'm gonna show him like the basics of how it works. Like I probably would have like a few simple mind like games on it. If this is like my personal private phone, when I go out into the fields.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So I'd probably have like a few apps, like games on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, Raid, Shadow Legends, give us money, assholes. And like the YouTube app, so I'll just show them like the general. You can watch YouTube if you want to like watch something,
Yeah.
gaming, whatever.
Swirl.
And then I'll literally guide him into one of the bedrooms, and I'll put him in the bed.
Okay.
Just put on some Amogus. That'll get him.
Tentatively takes this thing that has only ever been in the hands of his abusers in his experience, and he stares at it in wonder and amazement as he watches some sort of toy unwrapping, and he's just amazed.
Unboxing.
Yeah, unboxing there.
He's already learning about loot boxes.
So I'm gonna
yeah.
tell him that. Does he look tired, by the way? Does it look like it's been a while since he slept?
Oh no, he looks energized, ready to go.
Yep. Well, in that case, I'll.
From the way he said he was treated, he doesn't look that way at all. Perhaps his paranatural abilities have fixed him somewhat.
His body, then.
Yeah, because from the way he was treated, he probably wasn't fed very well, was really skinny and stuff. But he looks fine.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'll make
all
like a tray of bologna sandwiches as well. I'll put it like on the nightstand of the bed. But I'll tell him that if he needs anything else, we will be outside. But he has to knock like 3 times, and if somebody doesn't come to the door, don't open it, no matter what you hear on the other side. Okay?
Okay.
Guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Alright.
We're
Bye.
planning
Bye-bye.
on ending, so yeah.
You're planning on ending. I want to keep going. I want to meet this fucker.
I know. So, you put him aside, and how we're gonna end it is finally, once you manage to get him put aside, locked in the room, he's not gonna. He doesn't feel trapped because there is a window. He's never, like, seen outside before, at least that he can remember. So he looks at the phone, he looks at the ice cream, he eats some of it, and then he looks out the window. He does all those things. And then you close the door and lock it. And he doesn't feel trapped. That's the important thing you realize before you lock the door.
I wouldn't lock the door.
Oh, you
Like
just close it?
lock it. Yeah, just close it.
Okay, that's fine. So you guys sit on the couch, getting ready for the next news item to come up on the screen.
Yeah, and also I want one pair of cuffs closed when we're ready to start.
There
I would have
is
told
one-
you where I hid all of them.
There's one taped below the couch that you are currently sitting on.
I
if
want
remember correctly.
I must
Two.
want the one most inconvenient one, so probably one in the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll take that one.
Yep, you walk. He had it stashed in the toilet tank.
Hmm.
So, the classic place to hide something.
Nah, it
just
would
go
have
in there and
been
grab it.
more convenient, like just duct tape, like right behind, because then you have to take off the little lid and grab down. It would
Fair
have been
enough,
just
fair enough.
tape, like easily accessible but hidden.
Still, that would have been the hardest one to get access to. So you
Yeah.
suggest that if he wants one, then he can just grab one of those ones.
So we want to talk to this guy, and you don't want anyone to get ready to ambush him.
I'll say that you
Yeah.
guys can discuss the intricacies of the plan. I just want to leave on a cliffhanger so that way we could end.
Sure.
Since half our group is gone, may as well
Mhm.
end. Don't want to go too far without a bunch of the members of the group. So we'll end on, and you guys can discuss the intricacies of what you want to do throughout the week. I know that you guys don't tend to talk throughout the week, but you can, and I would encourage it. So, you guys sit on the couch, and as they're in the middle of discussing, yeah, that was a cute story about that puppy, right? Yeah, that was a cute story. The two people on the news are talking about. And Preben actually knows what they're talking about.
Yep.
So as they say that, one of them sort of darts off to the side of the camera unexpectedly, and the other newscaster seems confused. And the male newscaster just says, "Throw up the urgent news bulletin." And you just see urgent news come on the screen. And you can see that there are 15 different media stations standing outside this apartment building. And it's currently being filmed by one of the news stations. And they are pointed at the window of the apartment that you guys are currently at.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the reporter going, "We come to you live, currently from the hostage situation on 5th Street. I don't know if that is accurate, and anybody who's from that area could probably tell me that there's no apartments on 5th Street, but whatever. I just had to say something to go with. So, we're coming to you from 5th Street. The hostage situation currently underway. Doesn't look like anybody is currently doing very much on the interior. However, on the exterior, we are just getting word that it appears that a current member of the NYPD has holding hostages within this apartment, as she motions up to the apartment building. This developing situation is concerning, to say the least, with all the events that have been happening across the country with members of the police force being attacked by an unknown group or a group of assailants, which are currently being dubbed the Heroic Killer. Group or perhaps single is what she says. Assailant, known as the Heroic Killer or Killers. And she continues on for a little while when suddenly you hear a sound outside, and the reporters gasp, and you see that the camera angle is trying to turn towards somebody who is outside, and you can see the individual that you were hoping to trap is currently holding a knife to somebody's throat, a police officer's throat, outside. And as you guys decide what you want to do next, that is where we will end off.